G. That intro that song was hard, bro.
All right. Good evening, everybody. We are joined here today. Got Harrison and Kat. Kat was out yesterday. We weren't able to have her on Stranger Fridays. I hope you're feeling better today.
Much
We
better,
are
thank
joined
you.
here on the show today with the members of the band Two Face. How y'all guys doing tonight?
We're
Doing great.
good.
We're doing really good.
So we actually got a chance a couple weeks ago. Uh, we got a chance to go out to Ohio and see you guys play live. That was a hell of a show y'all put on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
They,
you.
it's a little mayhem and super hot, but I thrive in conditions like that. So
Yeah, it did get
chaos.
pretty hot up there. Those stairs were really narrow. I'm a fat guy. I had to skip out on the last half of the show and sit downstairs where it was a little cooler.
No, I completely
Yeah,
understand, and I'm really skinny, and I still felt that way. So, I mean, but we played a show in Belpre, Ohio, with stairs like that, and before we got there, it was like, "Hey, it's Belpre, Ohio stairs," and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually where that show was. Um, Hell, it's been almost 20 years now. I actually used to live about 30 minutes away from where that was.
Oh, that's awesome.
The
Yep.
native.
He
So
got
that
to
was
take a
kind of
nice little trip
nostalgic.
down memory lane for him on the way over there.
Yep. I got to
Yeah.
drive through where I used to live. That's the first time I've been back there in almost 20 years.
Wow. Dude, that's awesome. I'm glad that we were able to sort of share that experience with you in a way.
Yeah. So we got a chance to talk with you guys quite a bit while we were out there. We tried talking to everybody while we were there. Um, I had flown into Iowa, or not
Illinois.
Iowa, Illinois, from West Texas, where I'm at. I actually live in West Texas, so I've
Nope.
flown out to Illinois, where Harrison lives at, and we got a rental and actually drove 6 hours from Illinois to Ohio to catch the show.
How
That's
dope is
awesome.
that?
That's awesome though. That made our day actually. That made us feel really good.
Yes.
So it was definitely well worth it. Well worth the
Thank you.
trip. That's actually my first time ever getting on a plane.
Really?
Dude, I
That's
love it.
awesome.
How'd you like it?
It wasn't bad. I've been in a lot of helicopters. I've never been in an airplane before. And my first plane ride was go big or go home. It was 4 planes I actually had to take to go there and come back.
And that's kind of crazy because in our song 2F, at the end of it, the sound effects is a helicopter crashing. I mean, but like if you listen to it, you can hear the propeller when we come back in. It's supposed to like the crash.
I have not even noticed that. We've actually had y'all's music playing on the air now ever since Drew sent it over to us. We've had it in the loop, and it's been on our 24-hour radio for about a week now.
It's
Appreciate that.
but it's see, it's the things like that that you might not notice it while you're listening to it, but if you took it away from it, you would notice it was gone and something wasn't right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort
So
of become part
talking
of the
with you guys, you guys also have a hell of a story from your past and uh, actually becoming a band and everything. And that was one of the things that really got us about having you on the show is the story that you guys have and how y'all got to be where y'all today.
Yeah, it's
It's a
it's
lot.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, from personal reasons to um, it was a ride, but I'm glad to have
Yeah.
these guys.
I say it just
So,
shows that much more fucking how hard you guys try and go out there and do shit. It's not just like other guys were like, "Yeah, we do it." You guys are in it for the passion and everything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
at the end of the day, like we're three friends that just really like to play music and have a good time, and you know, there's I don't know, there's so much stress in the world, and it's everywhere. It's even in the music scene. It's
That's
it's
my
in
safe
daily
space. So
life, but like my goal is to take everyone out of that mindset and just have a good time, smile, and then
feel the vibrations.
yeah, then go home and go about your life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
so tell us a little bit about becoming a band. Tell us some of your history, uh, how y'all
Well,
formed it, how y'all came up with the name Two Face.
there's been in a lot of bands.
Yeah, we were around the scene the same time, but I was in a car wreck around the time he came in the scene, so we never really we knew each other, but not get to hang out. And almost 15 years later, we meet up and we're in Two Face. And speaking of the name, like in 2010, I was in a car crash and it broke my face. I had 5 brain injuries. That's the short of it. And so half of my face is titanium. So it's like Two Face, and it's like me. It's based on my face. And they said I wouldn't walk or talk again, and I woke up and I asked for a joint, and here I am, man, with my boys.
Yeah.
Doing what I love, doing what I love, man. Like
So
Yeah.
awesome.
Me and Remy were in a band when we were younger before the car accident. So,
friends for like 25 years plus.
yeah,
That's
we've
awesome.
known each other since we were really little. And like he said, we knew Tyler from the music scene, and our band had played with his band and stuff like that. And we knew he was a good drummer. But I think the last band he was in before I say I stole him, but I didn't really steal him. But
He's always had a drummer crush on Tyler. We talked
yeah,
about playing like with Tyler for years and years, like because we could never find a legit drummer, and he was like, man, Tyler, and
yeah,
he finally cast it, and he hooked him.
yeah, I did.
He
You know,
did cast it.
I've been in the music scene for in between 30 and 40 years now, and finding a drummer is the hardest person to find for a band. You can find guitarists a dime a dozen. Uh, so many
Yeah.
people they think they're rock stars as soon as they pick up a guitar. Now, actually having the talent to play it, that's a different story.
I'm
But
far
there's a
from a
lot of
rock
people that they pick up a guitar and they think they're rock stars. But
No.
you can find guitarists all over the place and bass players also. They're pretty easy to come by. But actually finding a decent drummer, it is hard to find a decent drummer in the industry.
Not even a decent drummer, like one of the best. I mean, like Tyler may like I feel like if he wasn't our drummer, we wouldn't be Two Face because and there's nothing against it, but he doesn't just constantly play blast beats and typical, death metal drums. He gives it that groove and that rhythm, man, which is
Yeah.
what I enjoy. So
Tyler, speak about your
up.
addiction with music
Yeah,
and
bro.
everything that we do is like self-produced and Tyler does all of
He
that.
does all of it.
And shout out Racket Room Audio.
I was gonna tell you all, like he was talking about how, we have kind of a story, but like really y'all are the ones with the story. Y'all got a hell of a story to tell.
That's not
I,
true, bro. You are just as much a part of that story as anything else.
You are.
but like, uh, so I started playing drums whenever I was 7th grade, and I'm 34 now. And I fell in love with it. I mean, I started playing saxophone in the 5th grade, and it just was kind of, I couldn't read notes. I could read note lengths, but I couldn't read actual like musical notes for some reason. It just didn't click for me. So
Yeah.
my teacher one day was like, would you be interested in playing drums? And I was like, sure. And I really thought my mom was going to get mad at me about it because they had just bought me a saxophone, and I told her, I was like, I really think I want to try something different. And it ended up being like not that big of a deal because she didn't buy it; she rented it. It was a rental, so it was like I was so worried about making my mom mad, and it ended up being a rental instrument that like there was no like
There's no
value.
long-term attachment to it.
Yeah. So I ended up falling in love with playing drums. Played all throughout high school. Played in like different bands and stuff. Have made a lot of friends. Pissed a lot of people off. And then one day, Drew shoots me a message on Facebook, and he's like, "Hey man, I've been writing some tunes. You wanna jam sometime?" And we just shot ideas back and forth for like a month, and wrote. We ended up writing like 2 songs together, just me and him. And like we knew from the jump that Remy was going to be the vocalist, like, but he wasn't like we didn't have him on the songs yet, if that makes sense. So we just were kind of spitballing, and then one day we decided, we were like, all right, we're going to get together, we're going to make it happen, and we did, and we put together like right now, I think in our repertoire we have like roughly 16 or 17 songs that we've written together, and like it's a pretty dope experience. Like, and I've um, I've been in a lot of bands before. Like I've played in pop punk bands, I've played in deathcore bands, I've played in death metal bands, black metal bands. Uh, Never have I had a relationship with the members of the band like I have with these 2 guys. Uh, like we've had like people come into the band and leave the band, uh, and like the experience with these two, like it's crazy because we have this chat called OG Two Face, and uh, like even if whenever we had another member, we had a OG Two Face chat because us three just had this like vibe together, like we could have a conversation that was different than we could have it with the other person. So it's like um, we just have this bond that has gotten stronger and stronger over the last like what, a year and a half, 2 years we've been a band now, I think 2 years ish,
Might be
something like that.
No, it
That's
might be
awesome.
3 years, bro.
3 years, sheesh.
Yes, in
Time flies
November.
when you're having fun.
It
Yeah.
does. I mean,
I'd like to point out that like in all of us, like me getting Tyler to bite on that request and starting to send stuff back and forth to him, like finally we start band practice and stuff over here at my house, and come to find out, I started out playing cello in 4th grade, and I had this private cello teacher. Her name was Kim Graham, and she taught music at the school that he went to. So we already knew somebody, and were linked through music. So like that kind of strengthened our bond, I think, a little bit more too. And we just understand things on each other's wavelength. It's weird.
it's really weird.
Yeah.
Like for
And
me, like
we all three, like, they are from Marmette, but I'm from a little town called Madison, and like we're all three, like, even though those 2 towns are like what, 25 miles apart, like they're like the same town. They're like little shit splat towns, for lack of a better
Yeah.
word. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing really going on in Marmet or Madison. There's like 2 stoplights.
Yeah.
So it's like we're from the same place, even though we're like, a few miles apart.
Right.
Now I have to say, when y'all were setting up and getting ready, I actually saw Remy come out on stage, and I didn't know what to expect. Seeing a big guy come out with pigtails in his hair, and I have to bring that up, and I'm going to share something with y'all because of that. Because and if y'all pull your screen up, you'll be able to see it. It takes a certain type of person to be able to go on stage wearing pigtails. But this is me about 20 years ago on stage.
And a fun fact is like that's my thing. I've always loved. I've had long hair. I've gotten it cut maybe 4 times in my life. So I like to do different hairstyles at each show. Where's it at?
Hell
It
yeah.
was.
Oh, I'll pull it back
And
up.
so that's my thing. And as like how Tyler started music and how he started music, I'm gonna say, dude, that is amazing, bro. You pull it off better, dog. That is love, bro. Look
The
at
confidence.
dude. That's amazing, bro.
And
Hey,
we
but
we
That
all
was about
three, we
20
come
years
from
ago
like
on stage in Norfolk, Virginia.
we come from like different walks of life. Like Drew is an electrician, Remy works for at a stamping plant, and I'm an insurance agent.
and
That is a wide variety. We have day jobs also. I actually own a heating and air conditioning business and a construction business.
Nice.
Our 3 relationship is very similar to y'all's.
Yeah.
We end
That's
up
awesome.
losing
That
a lot of
makes it
sleep. We stay on Discord a long time.
Y'all play
Yeah,
games
we're
together?
all
Or y'all-
musicians as well. We've all got albums out also on Spotify and stuff. And we've collaborated with each other on a lot of stuff also.
That's
But
awesome. I'd love
we
to hear all
have
that.
all of our own styles of music. We all like the same things. We have a lot of similar taste and everything. But if you listen to our music, you're like, these are 3 completely different people.
And that's okay
Yeah,
though.
that
That's
is.
perfect because when you have those
opposites attract.
when you have those
Mhm.
different styles, as long as everybody's on the same level, then they can come
Yeah.
together and pull things from each one of those and support each other.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we do as a band.
Yeah, and if you hear like a lot of bands will split because creative difference, and like so if we have something that we don't like, we just our 3 minds get together and we shape it into something we all like. So it's like we write all of our songs together. Like we don't just you're the guitarist, you do this. You're the vocalist, you do that. We all pitch in and
No.
help. So we're
It's a
all
healthy relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how like some bands, like you'll hear people like we like band vote.
Mm.
We don't do that.
conversation.
We just
Yeah, we
talk
just talk
about
about
Figure
it.
it out.
We figure it
figure
out.
it out.
And that's the best way to do it. I mean, talk it out. That's really the best way. When you have a vote, somebody's going to be disappointed in a vote.
Right.
Get salty. Yeah.
Well, it's also like
It hurts
sometimes
people's feelings.
yeah,
Yeah.
when you look at things from this point of view, sometimes it's like, okay, well, it may not be what I want in this moment, but guess what? This ain't gonna be the only song that we're gonna write. This ain't gonna be my only chance at something that I really am passionate about. There'll be another song with something cool in it that will actually get put in that song,
Yeah.
and I'll be okay. Like at the end of the day, I'm still getting to do what I like to do.
Funny story is because Tyler put this like a siren in one of our songs, and this guy he in Marmot it goes off at was it what noon every day at Wednesday at noon every day, and he's like, well, that song just reminds me of Marmot when I hear that siren. But he's gotten past it. But like it's funny because it's the exact siren that goes off in this town every Wednesday at noon.
Yeah,
And
Well, you left a part out. I told him I'd take it out, and I didn't.
yeah,
he did.
and because you forgot,
But then I was like, you know what? It does kind of sound good
it
there,
does.
and not everyone's gonna know that's the Marmot Sirens.
Is it like a Silent Hill siren?
It's sort of,
Okay.
yeah. It's like they test it every Wednesday at
Yeah.
noon, but it's like
We
the
have one of those. Being in West Texas, we live where there's tornadoes around us. We don't get them as much as everybody else, but we have a big siren. Well, several big sirens around the town that I live in, and every Monday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, the first Monday of the month, they set those things off.
That sounds terrible.
What? How? What? Can you make the sound of it? Can you make the sound of it?
Maybe
It's
after
kinda
Taco
like
Bell.
It's kind of like a deep.
like a
And it just goes
It
off
sounds
for
like
about
when you
5
step on a
minutes.
tail's cap.
I just want to let you know, James, I'm 100% clipping that. That is going in as a little snippet now.
You need to
Low-key,
add
that
it to
sounded like
Concord.
a move.
Let's go. But yeah,
It
I
lasts
didn't.
about 5 minutes when they set it off, but it's every first Monday of the month at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, bro,
Hey.
and it's Monday. You're like, God,
Yeah,
it's Monday.
of
At
all
least
days,
it's
it
not
has to be a
every
Monday.
That and I never knew how bad Mondays were until I got like in my 30s. So I was like, because I'm a recovering addict. I haven't done like hard drugs in over 10 years, and I do smoke weed, 420 friendly, but
Well,
and
that's a common thing nowadays. I mean, it's legal in more states now than it's not.
yeah, and it's funny because like Drew, he brought me in the music world. He came home from church camp. We were like 13 or 14. And he's like, bro, I've met this dude at church camp. His name's Steven Easter, and he plays drums. And we're going to start a band. You want to come and watch us? I was like, yeah. So we get up there, and I'm just going to give you like the truth about it. I'm not saying drugs are good. At the age 14,
Okay.
Steve was like, hey, man, you want to do some cocaine? And, being young, I'm like, well, yeah. So we all do cocaine, and they're like, hey, Rim, pick up the microphone. And now, like, best thing I ever did. Cocaine got me to scream. Drugs bad. But if it wasn't for cocaine, I don't think I would be here because it gave me that confidence, And I was probably terrible at like when I
Yeah.
first started.
Oh yeah.
And
That
We
was
were all
one of the things that I was going to touch on is one of the things that we talked about when we were out there is you did struggle with addiction.
Yeah. Both of us did. Me and him grew up together and pretty much lived our childhood together. So
yes,
we went through all of that as friends, as not friends, and
we
then
were always
as
friends. We just
again.
didn't talk. And then when we did, it would pick up right when we went off. It's like,
We lived next to each other in apartments. We got in a fist fight. We fought each other. He broke my ribs. Uh, and then right afterwards, like I went back to my apartment. He went back to his, and then 10 minutes later, he calls me. He's like, "Man, you all right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm sorry, dog." I was like, "I am too."
I said, walk out. We smoked a cigarette,
Yeah.
And but what's funny is like my whole life people try to bully me and stuff when earlier in middle school. By high school, I would just hit them. Someone would say something, and so like I always told Drew, like, man, just if someone fucks with you, man, hit them. I was like, don't give up, never give up. So I have him in a chokehold, right? And I'm like telling him to stop. I'm like, please, Drew, stop. And this motherfucker, he's high on meth, and I'm like, I'm begging him to stop because I don't want to hit him. And he's throwing punches and he's saying, but you taught me to never give up. So he's like he's like telling me what I've told him, but like using it against me. And I was like, I respect it.
Yep.
I respect it, bro. Like,
It's all true
like
story.
I can hit my friend, but if someone else hits my friend, I'm gonna have Same thing goes with Tyler. Like, even if the problem ain't with me, if they get hit, I'm following.
Yeah.
That's just how I'm always been protective. I grew up with like my house full of women, so I was the protector, and that's just
Heard that story countless times, and it still cracks me up.
hey, Tyler, you shut up.
But I think like all of the stuff that we went through, like going out through our life, it has, or at least I can speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for him because he's his own person. But it for me, it's humbled me and made me a little bit wiser because
Yeah.
I went through a bunch of stupid stuff, made a bunch of bad decisions. Don't know why I thought every time I did that it was going to be any different. And
Yeah.
now it's weird because I get high from like music and food and like basic things, and it's so bizarre because I enjoy food and music so much now, and coffee.
Friday is the best day of the week because I know we're gonna jam and write music.
Yes, yeah,
And
it's therapy. It's therapeutic for us, and like I wouldn't change my life for anything because I think life being so hard for us growing up has made us like, more upbeat and chipper and happy. And when most of the population that we're around is always negative and sad and down in the dumps and being pessimistic, we're trying to be like, well,
yeah, like
cheer up.
yeah, like more or less, like I like to say we kind of take the death out of deathcore because like basically all our lyrics are about like overcoming obstacles. Like instead of just being pissed off, it's like why we're just three happy dudes playing music. Why we got to be pissed off? Like
Yeah.
so it gives it that I guess a different kind of feel. Like because I'm not trying to be angry. I'm just having fun, and I just think
Yeah,
that's
a lot of bands do this thing like where they try to put on this image of being mad or pissed
Evil.
or angry, evil. Yeah, like, but at the end of the day, like, don't get me wrong, like that has its place in metal and any sort of core, but like that's just not who we are. Like we're not out here trying to make everybody think that we're angry or mad. We're just
Yeah.
trying to do
There's
something
there's
a
a
little
lot of
different.
there's a lot of bands that, I mean, that's how they did it, was they took trauma and anger and everything and turned it into music. Jonathan Davis is one of the biggest ones that I know. What he went through as a kid and as a young adult, he took all of that and put it into music. And
Yep.
that was what made Corn.
I love
I
corn.
do too. That's the first band. Like I seen
Like
them
when you said that.
a year ago. And it's the first band that
Corn.
made my ears ring for like over 24 hours. It was so loud. I mean, and the System of a Down. I was at the show when the dude got caught, gooning in the stand, bro.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was at that show.
Bro was
He
watching
was-
Corn drinking hog, bro.
I
He
can't believe it
was, bro.
happened.
I know. Hey, it happened, and I can understand why he did it, bro. Because when I was in that crowd, bro, the euphoria I got was unreal.
Yeah.
I know you like the way I work. I know, y'all.
Tyler.
He said, "I can understand why he did it."
Bro, I wasn't taking it literal. Like it was just like I could feel it, bro. Like it was just giving me like high, bro. I mean,
See,
I wouldn't.
I
That's
think
not
they're
how.
digging the hole a little bit deeper.
the little bit of the story I heard from you guys at the show and hearing it now, your guys' story to people, me personally, that's an inspiring fucking story for a band. Where you guys
Well,
came
thank
from,
you.
now you're on stage getting people hyped to not be feeling like shit and down. That's a hell of a fucking
Right,
story.
like well, I mean, also like for me, I'm not gonna speak for him, but like I spent a lot of my life being bummed and like trying to feel sorry for myself or wanting sympathy and empathy from other people.
Right.
So like, I don't want other people at our shows to feel like that when they leave. I don't want anybody to have that on their shoulder. I want them to leave and be like, you know what, I made a good decision when I came out because this was fun, and I
Yeah.
would do it again. Yeah, like. That's all I want.
I
And
mean, that's
if
where the
one person
inspiration
felt that way,
the way you
Yeah,
guys are
one person.
inspiring, and that fact that you took everything you guys have been through, rather than just everybody else like, oh crap, screw this. You're like, we're gonna build something that people enjoy and can have fun with.
I just like them. I like smiling people.
Yeah.
Like our whole group smiles together. My girlfriend's over there playing Pokemon right now, and she sells our merch for us all the time. You guys met her.
My girlfriend, she comes sometimes, and she's like, I'm like, to make $200, I tell her, I'm like, you can go to work. You don't have to come to every show because she's just a bartender, and she makes mad money. So it's like, no, you can go to work. You don't have to come. I don't force her to come to my shows. Like, she comes to the big ones, but
Right.
or
6'7".
6'7". Who's 6'7"?
Bro,
I got kids. I'm sorry.
And yeah, but yeah,
Oh,
man.
Kat has a daughter that she is obsessed with 6'7".
Hey, my kids would get along with them.
I have 3 kids. And when they all start, it's just like a chain. It's just like when we all start howling and the huskies start howling, we all do. I'll take the howling. But the
Oh, I
six,
bet.
seven, oh
I
my
take
god.
that out too.
Yeah, yeah. My kids drive me up
That's
the
a
wall.
miss.
With that.
6'7's a mystery still, I guess.
Oh, here's a funny story. So a guy that took pictures for us, his name's Jerry Buckner, really good friend of ours. He does comedy, like improv comedy. That's his like hobby. That's what he's really passionate about, besides photography. So since he was taking photos for us and stuff, like we love this guy. We went to his comedy show and we took my son with him, and they were improving some 6'7" stuff, and they were saying the same thing. Like, we don't even know what that means. Well, he waited until the end of the show. I mean, patiently waited and went up to the comedians, and he was like, "By the way, 6'7" means mid, just so you know." And I lost it. I was like, he waited until the end of the show just to say that.
bro,
My
and
daughter,
Lil Drew had such a good time at that comedy show.
Yeah, that was fun. We had a good time. We were eating popcorn and food in the back and just watching the comedy show.
well, with a name like that, he has to be a comedian. It's got a ring to it.
What, Jerry Buckner?
Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry's the man.
My daughter, she would go 8, 9 every time she would hear it. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'd go say 13. It'll throw them off.
So we've got lined up on the track, we've got your song Teeth. And we're going to give it a listen here in just a couple of minutes. But tell us a little bit about that song, the background behind it.
So do you want to start with like vocals or like musically? Like, what would you?
Wherever you guys want to start,
Well,
man.
I'll start.
However you want to start. How did the song come to be? Tell us how y'all came to write that song.
So Drew and I and Tyler, we like I have an obsession with guitar scrapes and stuff. So like he wrote a little riff and put these scrapes on it, and I was like, man, that sounds like you're grinding your teeth, and like, so I decided just to call the song Teeth, and the lyrics are about like. Just about your everyday life, like you're grinding your teeth so much, like in your sleep, just because the weight of the world, but at the end of it, just suck it up and keep going. And that's like vocally what it's about is just, like all life, you grinding your teeth, like just from the anxiety of life. And
So it all started behind a guitar riff.
yes, and Drew and Tyler did the rest. So
Yeah, it did. It started with the ending part that's like jun jun jun, and it's got like a little wicka wick wick wicka wick wick wicka wicka over top of it, and we really liked that. It sounded different to us, so we started with that, and then the whole grinding teeth thing for me was more like all right, I'm just gonna grind all this out and get her done. Like grind out life, grind out work, get it done so I can play music. That's what the song is for me. But that's the cool thing about our music is we don't write it like necessarily to be one specific thing or mean a certain thing. It's literally art. So like we write it with something in mind and with a basic structure or a basic meaning behind it. But when you hear it, you're going to hear it the way you want to hear it, and you're going to relate to it however you relate to it. And that's what we want. We want you to relate to it in your own way and take what you want from it, because at the end of the day, that song's there for you to listen to.
That's
And
awesome.
one more thing I will say is, ask Tyler about how he likes playing that song.
Oh, that face says it all.
Right.
He's
So-
so good. Like he's so good. Like if you listen to like the last half of that song, it blows my mind every time I hear it. Like with the drums, like the drums just make. If the drums wasn't like that, that song would be completely different. And like I gotta give it up to my boy, man. Like I love it, bro. And like
It's
I
not.
practice.
It's not that I don't like playing the song. It's that I don't like playing the song last.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's probably our fastest song, and his feels are
It's-
so incredible. Like they're just so good. I mean,
It's
But we're
it's
gonna go
not
on
that
ahead and
it's
we're gonna play that song so that we can all have a listen to it and let everybody else have a listen to it also. And we'll check it out and then we'll be back in just a minute. This is Two-Face Teeth. All right, I've got the mics killed on the radio station, but Harrison has us live streaming, so we are still on Twitch right now.
Okay. See, we had to throw a little fun in there.
Always.
And another
can
thing,
can anyone hear us besides us?
In Twitch, they
Twitch.
hear it because it's recorded through Twitch, but you can say what you want. We don't give a shit.
Do what you want, what you really, really want.
Well,
All right, Space Girl.
really, the way that this song came about was we were pissed off, and I was like, I want to write a song that is going to demolish other deathcore, and that's just how it came. Like literally, as soon as I said that, Drew was like, "Well, I have this old riff that I've had in my arsenal for a little while," and he starts playing that intro, like the tremolo riff, and I was like, "Dang, that goes pretty hard. I like that." And we just kind of worked off of it. And literally, the song is not like super technical or anything. It's just fun. It's just fun to play. I mean, it's hard to play on drums, but it's fun.
Sometimes that's the best songs when it's just
Yeah,
a raw energy
I
and fun.
wasn't sure what to expect when y'all
That
were
raw
coming on
emotion.
stage, 'cause I saw Remy with the pigtails, and then I saw Drew come out, and he had that green guitar and the long kind of curly red hair and the hat, and almost looked like an '80s rocker when he came out.
yes,
Right on.
that's what I'm going for.
That stash, bro.
I didn't know what to expect when I saw y'all getting up there, but I was like, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, I like looking goofy sometimes.
yeah. That's the fun of it, you know. I mean, I like that. I'm glad that you said that because I love if like we get on stage and the people are like, look at this fucking douchebag with the pigtails or whatever. It's like then we start. They're like, oh, okay, It's like.
Shoot, they can't really be judging because you're the one on stage.
Hey, exactly. That's facts. Facts of life.
All right, we're back on the air now, and that was Two-Face's song "Teeth." That is that drum riff. I can see why you don't want to play it last.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, before we got on here, we were actually watching a video of me sitting on the edge of the stage playing that song. And Rim was showing my girlfriend, and they were talking about it, and I was like, "Why have I not seen this?" And they were like, "Cause you don't scroll up on your chat, man."
Like if you say more than two things, he ain't scrolling up to see like the context of anything. He's just
I'm busy. I'm really busy guy.
ignores it.
Be fair, I
Well,
don't scroll either.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but
y'all
I
have
don't.
some other shows that are coming up now, pretty soon, don't you?
We have
Yep.
one lined up, but that is it was June 6th at the Riff Revival up in
Riff Rising.
Riff Rising. Sorry.
Riff Rising.
And you know, we don't have any other shows planned after that, but you know, we're trying to expand. Like we will play local, but we want to play kind of a couple hours away, a few hours away.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we're just looking and waiting, you know. Hopefully we'll get one soon because
We're also working on some new things,
yeah.
and it is going very nicely.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
hopefully late summer we're going to release our first full-length album.
Yes, self-produced, self-tracked, everything.
Mixed and mastered by Tyler Bunting.
Tyler.
Well, y'all will definitely have to let us know when it is coming out. We actually, next weekend, we have Divinity is going to be on here, and we're actually releasing their new single next Saturday.
Nice.
They're dope. Those guys are really good too.
Yeah. I'm
So
familiar
we've
with
got quite a few bands lined up that we've got Saturday shows. We got ones next week. We actually have Divinity is going to be on Saturday, and then we are supposed to have Dark Below on Sunday also.
Yeah. And then I'm still trying to get with Perry from Autumn Lies Buried to have them on. He's got to get back to me with a date. We've got a couple bands over in the UK that are supposed to be on with us soon.
Nice.
Autumn Lies Buried will be dope. They're really good.
Yeah, I bet they're busy as fuck though.
I'm sure, yeah. Like I said, I was talking with Perry and I gave him dates and I haven't heard back, so I figured they've got another tour going on right now. So
Yeah.
That's one thing I wish we could do, like, is do like a tour. I mean, eventually we will, but as of right now, it's kind of like, you know, we're open to playing shows, but
We're building up a bunch of
Yeah.
music.
yeah,
Yeah.
we want to. We
Yeah.
want to have like, you know, multiple set lists, like we can choose to pick what show, you know, like we don't want to just because we run, you know, like backing tracks, you know, so like Tyler he does all that, like all of our backing tracks, everything live, runs it through our laptop.
Yeah, it's everything that you see live is us three with
Yes.
no like including the graphics behind us on the screen and stuff. That was all
And
us.
it's all self-produced, you know, like he makes our, like, he didn't make like Act 1 and Act 2 Hard's album work, but like he makes a lot of our stuff, like the Show Your Teeth mixtape album cover. Drew made that. So you know, he's very artistic, very creative. So I seen it and I was like, bro, we should put the 2F on the teeth like a grill. And he made it happen, bro. And it's just like, Tyler was like, bro, that's gas. And we just, you know.
that's cool. DIY
So-
bands are a big hit with me. I love it.
I just
There's
enjoy
not
doing
many
it.
bands out there that don't have a bass player. Have y'all ever thought about adding a bass player to y'all's set?
We at one point in time did have a bass player, and we've thought about it a lot, but
The bond we have.
with another member comes more issues and more hurdles, and the way that we run our own production, like, I don't know, the way we normally play live is we would have a bass cabinet and another guitar cabinet, and we would route our bass and get second guitar tracks to those cabinets so it would give you the same feel as a live band. But, you know, everybody at the last show ran DI, and Loose Ends amp broke. We weren't even going to ask because
So-
they were already having issues.
So it was
So-
just going
Yeah.
to the PA.
Yeah,
So
But yeah,
But
we're
I mean,
taking donations. If anybody wants to donate a bass cabinet,
Absolutely.
Yes. Bass cab, please. Yes.
Yeah, get with one of us.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, from your point of view, even though there was no bass player, did it sound like it was lacking any bass?
No, it didn't sound like it was lacking bass at all.
Okay.
The way that the sound system and everything was set up, and uh, I I might be an ass for assuming it, but I just assumed when y'all have your laptop running that y'all's bass track is probably running through there also.
No, that you'd be correct to assume that.
It was.
It is, but sometimes it's either all like running through front of house, or we like to mic it so it has like a little bit of stage volume too. It gives it what I like to call a little bit of girth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it's
Pause.
not. Yeah, like I don't know. It's just there's more. For me, there's more to a live experience than just the sound. Like, because I'm wearing in-ear monitors, I can't really hear anything that you're hearing. I'm
Yeah.
I'm blocked off from the rest of the world, and then I've got my mix in my ears. But like, I want my body to feel the bass when it drops. I want my body to be able to feel those things so that I know that it's happening, and I know like I'm feeling what you're feeling. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
And,
So
and I will give it to Tyler for, and you know, everything that's our backing track is we wrote and played it. Either Tyler or Drew played it, so nothing's like So like everything you hear, he recorded. We're just having to have a ghost guitar player at times. Like,
yeah,
and I just think that's like our bond. If we try to add somebody, I think it would just take away from the band instead of gaining. I mean, it's a coin flip, really. You got to take chances, but as of right now, I think we're content. So like
The
maybe I
old
could.
saying is, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
that's it, man.
And if you enjoyed it live, that means like, yeah, I'm sure like if we would have had that bass cab, it probably would have hit so much harder, but it still did the job. Like
Yeah. Well, at a live show, especially in a small venue like that, um, all of the other instruments are you got so many acoustics that are going on when you're in a smaller venue, because that was a pretty small venue, and with all of the acoustics you get a natural bass flow with everything anyway. um, when you get into the bigger venues and arenas and stuff like that, that's when you really have to have that extra thump, because you don't have anything for the other instruments to bounce off of to give you that bass.
You made her laugh.
Yeah, and it was a gym, sort of in a way. That was sort
Yeah.
of a gym. So, and
Yeah,
gyms are
gymnasiums
really
have
different.
terrible acoustics.
Yeah, and we've played our fair share of gyms in the past 2 years.
yeah,
So, but hey, that ain't gonna stop me. I'll keep playing them.
yeah. I'll play any show.
So,
So,
Slander is the next one that we actually have up to play. Tell us a little bit about that one before we give it a listen.
Ooh, that I can tell you some about that. So, Slander started out as what I called the August Burns Gent riff. And it's because it was very August Burns Red sounding to me, but I was making it heavier than August Burns Red would have made it. And that's that little lead over it that's like that's the little August Burns Red thing, and then the downbeats on the chugs was very, that rhythm is very August Burns Red to me, and I pulled inspiration from that. But that's what that song started out as, and it sat in my computer forever. And then we finally decided we were going to use it, and Tyler, like the chorus of that song sort of has like two chords in it that I play. It's just like two chords, and it's very easy. But Tyler came in with production and added like a piano and all this atmosphere to it, and gave it all this space and made it huge. And then all of a sudden, it became one of the funnest songs to play.
I love my
And
favorite
it's
song
just
to
fun to
play.
jump around while we're playing it. It's not very difficult, but my God, is it fun! And I think it's a testament to how much fun we have, because whenever that we play that song, that's when our energy goes up while on stage for sure.
And I will say this about Slander: it's like you get everything in that song. You get emotion. Like I get like when I'm playing it, I feel emotion. I feel happy, and then you got your heavy parts. I like to say that we don't, because you'll listen to like one of our songs and it'll be like more metalcore, and then the next song will be like a deathcore, but they all have the same two-faced sound. The
Yeah.
way we structure, the way we write, and the tones and stuff. And so we don't like to, yeah, we're deathcore, I would say. I like to joke around and say we're groove step or groovecore. Hashtag two face, hashtag groovecore, groove step, because it's not your average deathcore. I mean, in my opinion. So,
No, I definitely
and
agree.
vocally, the name of the song Slander, it's basically just talking about anybody that's ever just said you were done, just to show them wrong,
Right.
And,
About people talking crap.
yep.
Yeah, don't let anybody put you down, man. At the end of the day,
stand up for yourself,
yeah, and don't compare yourself to anybody but yourself. Compare yourself to yourself, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. You need to worry about yourself and stay consistent and maintain. And
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep. Always treat yourself as number one.
Right. You slander on my name, get put in your place, because I ain't worried about you. I'm worried about me.
Exactly. Like I
So
don't
we're
have
going to
time.
go ahead and give Slander a listen, and then we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. So this is Two Faces' song Slander.
I can't remember what song I broke my strap during, but I would be if I was a
Remember
betting man,
Slander?
I'd say it was this song.
It was this one, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I started jumping around and having a good time, and that's when
It
it
was Get
broke.
Off My Throne. When I was like, get off my throne.
I love how y'all have
I
a
remember when it
signature. It's
happened,
kind
and
of like Gojira.
I thought it had just popped off the
What was,
the strap knot, and then I looked up and I saw it was still attached.
Yeah,
Your strap just completely broke off of it.
yeah. Because as soon as my guitar hit the ground, I grabbed it and kept playing. But in my head, I'm like, something bad has happened, because I definitely have really good strap locks, and I've tested them
Yeah.
many times. But it never occurred to me that the threading could come out and it just fall apart after years of owning the straps. So I think it's time to buy new straps.
Maybe a leather one. They have some on Amazon.
Maybe. I need one made out of Kevlar for how much I jump around.
a 12-pound
I
Right.
know.
guitar?
I know, James. You said you're from Texas, right?
Yeah, I live in West Texas.
And Harrison, you live in Illinois.
Central Illinois, yep.
All right. So, Mama Wolf, what's your name again?
Cap,
And where are you from?
Florida.
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 hmm
Right.
We all over the place today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Most of my life, I was in North Carolina.
Soon she'll be here in Illinois.
hmm
Awesome. Did you ever see anybody like twisting their shirt over their head and shit?
Like a
I've seen a lot
helicopter.
of crazy stuff.
What was that song?
North Carolina, we gonna raise up. Take your shirt off.
Yeah.
I love
remember
North
that.
Carolina.
Actually, I moved here to Texas almost 10 years ago from North Carolina. I actually lived out on the island right off the coast of North Carolina in the Outer Banks.
I lived in Killeen, Texas for a couple of years in the Harker Heights and Copperas Cove area.
See,
But
I hate Florida.
those weren't fun times.
everybody around here traveling, the farthest I've gone is to see your guys' show.
Hey, I'm grateful for that, man. I really am. And I'm glad to have made the friendship
Yeah.
because I had a good
And
time.
I'm so glad because y'all asked me and y'all were talking about Discord and stuff, and I was like, let me find Drew because like he's my Discord Twitch guy. Like I was like he would be better to talk to about getting it arranged because I'm not a Discord guy really. I have it, but I haven't used it in years, probably like 2 years. So
Plus, we were all exhausted by the time you got to us. We were dead.
yeah,
And- yeah.
Tyler looked at me like soon as the teeth ended. He said, "Bro, please go ahead and start getting my stuff." I can't, and I did, bro. Like I try to help my drummer out and him as much as possible, and I'm gonna have to brag about myself because Tyler says best vocalist I've ever been with because I don't leave him hanging, bro. You know, like I help with every equipment. I just don't go off. So I do at times, but
He is the GOAT.
I make it.
He's the best.
Nah, Tyler is too, though. Don't let
Yeah.
him lie to you.
But I like to make it him more comfortable. Like I bought an extra drum set just so we can have one at practice all the time.
Facts. He really did with his own money for Tyler.
And because he hated bringing him back and forth, and I was like, well, let's get another set. I'll buy it because that's how much I wanted to play. Like
Yeah.
and make him more comfortable because we were missing a lot of practices because we had a drums in, drums out, and so
Yeah. And
Who
I
all love.
believe it or not, we got the Belpre stairs right here on the other side of this wall.
no, these are
Up
cake.
here, so
These
we
are
got
cake,
yeah,
though.
but we got stairs to our practice room too, so we hate stairs.
Yeah, stairs are the bane of my existence.
Yeah, it's a lot to carry gear upstairs with 3 dudes. Like that's the downside to having only 3 guys in your band is you're
No.
responsible for everything,
Right.
literally everything, and
Yeah,
everyone,
merch, in-ear
yeah,
monitor systems.
somebody's gonna
whole
drop the
rack.
ball more than once because that's just how life is, and I've left so many cords of mine or power supplies for my pedals and shit at venues, and I left a 3 guitar rack that I could put my guitars on while I was on stage at the shop in Dunbar at a venue. No, you got the stand back. Yeah, I've lost some stuff, but with all of that comes learning experiences, and then you're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that again, and so you gotta watch your stuff and be more professional, and you're not
Plus,
out there.
like, that night out there in Ohio, we've known Kyle from North Lake for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and we were going out there because they were playing, but he came to our hotel after the show. Him and his wife and his aunt had all come over to hang out after the show, and
Yeah.
he got to the hotel and he was like, "Oh shit, I left my guitar."
Oh.
Yeah, he left his prestige
Oh.
Ibanez out there.
Wow. That's,
No.
I see my guitar is so special to me. I could not fathom leaving it anywhere. Like that's the one thing on my list I'm always clutching. I'm always eyes on. And that's one thing I was gonna point out is like when I started this band with these guys, like when we started playing shows, I was like running around trying to like appease like friends that would come to shows and like spend time with them and stuff, and it's like no, I'm here to do a job, like I'm here to work, and that's the thing when I go to shows now I have to like I have to turn myself down to like, hey, you need to focus on prep, you need to focus on getting the stage ready and how you guys are gonna look, stuff like that, because like at the end of the day, it's entertainment, man. Like
Yeah.
it's not just music to me. It's more like it's a play for adults. Like I'm there to entertain you. Like you got off the couch, left your home, paid money. I want you to at least leave smiling. So
And if you see me twerking on stage, you're gonna leave smiling. You know what I mean? You know, that's my signature. You know, I got.
we don't care. We
Yeah,
like to have
we
a good
have
time.
fun, bro. Like my girlfriend
And
taught me
that's
to
what it's all about. I mean, when you get up there, it's all about having fun. I mean,
Right.
as a musician, when you get to the point that you're playing on a stage, you're an entertainer,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, is to entertain people. And as long
Right.
as you're having fun and everybody else is having fun also, fuck it. It's
Right.
Right.
all
And
in fun.
that goes back to me breaking my damn strap on slander. Is like my first thought was, fuck, how am I gonna entertain these people now? Like I'm not gonna look fun at all with sitting
I
down.
bet you made it even funner because people were
Well,
like
you
kind of
made it look
secretly
really cool
testing
by
you.
sitting at the end of the stage playing the guitar for everybody.
Yeah,
you were
that guy.
rocking
Yeah.
out, bro.
There was a big subwoofer in the front, like right in the front row's face, and I thought, well, that looks like a good place to sit. So I sat there and then sort of moved back a little bit and took a knee and did a song like that, and then I sat at the edge of the stage, I think, for the last one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just kept headbanging and pretended like I still had a strap, like I would have done if I was still playing standing up. I did the
Right on.
best I could. Like, but I still had a good time regardless. Like the strap breaking did not faze me. I did not care. I was like,
Yeah, when
you know
you
what?
guys were actually on stage, we were all up against the wall, right there by the door going into the green room
Yeah,
when y'all were on stage,
right.
and everybody was getting into it. And there was this little guy, he was just getting around. He had his arms flaring, and his fist come across my shirt one time, and it just caught the edge of my shirt. It didn't hit me. And I remember just thinking, this little fucker hits me, I'm just gonna choke slam him. And then I found out later he was actually they were on the show with us last week, and it was actually the lead singer of Onikuma.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Drake.
Hey, Drake.
That's funny. Yep.
And I told him about it last weekend when they were on the show with us. I was like, "Yeah, you were out there just getting it, and at one point you were getting close, and you almost hit me." I said, "And you're a little guy compared to me. I'm 6'1". I'm 330 pounds." I said, "If you'd have hit me, I'd have just grabbed you and just bam."
Yeah. Yeah.
To the moon with you.
That's funny though. Like, I know he's not like by any means a child, but you said some kid, and it reminded me. We played a show, and
Oh,
it
bro.
was in our town in Marmet. It was at like their rec center or something, and it was
Yeah.
like a Halloween show, and we all dressed up as the Power Rangers. The whole band did. We were all Power Rangers, and we performed as the Power Rangers, and
We opened up with the intro.
yeah, we had the
Power
Mighty
Rangers.
Morphin Power Rangers as our
That's
intro,
awesome.
and then we played our set, and the the door was open, and there was something happening at the baseball field across the street,
Oh,
and
yeah, this is cool.
this I don't know, Remington comes finds me after our set, and he said, "Man," he's like, "this little kid, real little kid, just came up to me and said that we were awesome and like really enjoyed the set." And I was like, "Where's he at?" So he brings this kid up to me, and this kid's like, they're telling me the
He's like
story.
13.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, we were leaving the baseball field and we heard all this noise coming from the rec center, so we came over to see what was happening, and we realized there was a band playing and it was y'all." And he was like, "And I've never seen anything like
Yeah,
that in my
he's
life."
never heard metal.
And he
He's
was like, "That was so awesome." He was like, "Can I get a picture with you, Remy?" And Rem was like, "Yeah, let me get my mask." And he's like, "No, don't put the mask on. I want you in the picture."
Aw.
So they take a picture together, and I was like, "What's your shirt size, man?" And I went and got him a shirt and gave him a free T-shirt, and I was like, "This is the kind of things that I play
yeah,
music
that one
for."
person.
Is
that
like
was-
little kid discovering something that he really likes now. Like that's cool. I really like that.
You're helping the future generation.
Yeah, but I want people to know you like music. To me, it's like some people would say it's a lifestyle, but I think it's more of like an art. It's
It
more
is
of
a-
like because I paint a picture with
Definitely.
sound and then you
I
hear
feel
it.
like it's a little bit of both. It is a
Yeah,
lifestyle, but it is an art at the same time.
I'm not gonna say that you're wrong on that because you have a very solid point because it takes so much to put into a show or to put in to getting everybody ready that it takes a lot out of your life. And it
Yeah.
does take sacrifice. And
Okay.
I'm a dad of 2 kids, and the mother doesn't live here. She lives in like Alabama. But it's hard to find time with 2 kids, and my kids are very aware that music is a part of our life. It's a part of our
Yeah,
family.
that's one of the reasons why I call Drake a kid. Honestly, I've got 5 kids, and my oldest is close to Drake's age.
Right,
Uh,
right, and
my
that's
oldest, 27 years old. I've got a 27-year-old. Well, he's going to be 27 in August. One's going to be 26 in August. One that just turned 22. And then I've got shared parenting with my 2 youngest ones. I got one turning 15 in August and one that just turned 12.
see, I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, so my hands
Got
are a little full right now.
You got them at the
15.
fun
10 and 13.
Yeah, Tyler's got some kids.
I got
15,
4
10, and 4. Oh,
He's
sorry.
got animals.
4 cats, 3 dragons.
Ooh, bearded dragon. That's fun.
Yeah, he likes his dragons.
I love them.
They're
My
awesome.
kids actually have a couple of bearded dragons, and my daughter that's getting ready to turn 15, she's also got a python,
Yeah.
and then they've got a couple of pet rats and a couple of pet guinea pigs.
A funny story about a guinea pig. My girlfriend, when she was she's a very she's an animal activist. She runs a nonprofit rescue group, and but when she was younger, she had a guinea pig, and so her dad was asleep in the middle of the night, and her brother comes running in there, and he's like, "There's a mouse in the bed." So her dad takes something and he like kills a mouse. Well, it was Henry, the guinea pig. And my girlfriend is traumatized over that. He still feels bad. He's like, he killed his daughter's pet guinea pig, and he just told him that he ran away. And when she got older, he was like, "Yeah, I killed it accidentally. Like, we thought it was a rat in the bed. It got out of the cage somehow."
Your thing.
Yep, I've had rats get into my house, and I've exterminated them
You can
with
just say you did
lethal
it the
power.
Texas way.
I did it the
Mhm.
Texas way. I've also
Yeah.
had snakes in my house. It was the first year I was in Texas. I actually had a rattlesnake in my living room.
Fuck
And
that.
Right.
My house originally had all hardwood floors in it, beautiful hardwood floors. And my living room is now carpeted because of all of the holes I put in my floor while I was trying to kill that snake.
Would you use a 45 or a 9 millimeter?
At that time, I used a rock bar, one of those
Oh.
big solid steel bars used to break up caliche and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I
I
know.
didn't have any guns in the house at that time. I've had a couple more snakes
Yeah,
in my house.
those rock bars are heavy though.
Tyler loves
Yeah.
mine.
I've had a water moccasin in my house that I actually shot with a 22, and
Yeah.
then I had one
Scorpion.
get in my bathroom and kind of get inside the wall, and I filled my wall with a couple of 45 rounds trying to get it, and then it snuck up on me. I was in my kitchen, and it climbed up into the cupboard, and I saw its tail hanging down, and it went behind some boxes, and I kind of poked the boxes, and when it stuck its head out, I had my rifle already positioned, and as soon as it stuck its head out, I just blew it off.
Fuck that.
Hey Tyler,
I'm
why
not
don't you
gonna
tell
lie.
your story about your rat and your drum set?
If y'all,
Let's hear it.
if I ever find a snake in my house, I'll burn this some bitch down.
Right on.
I'm just saying. But so I've got it like I don't like mice. They low key freak me out. My wife had like a cardboard box with like all of her Christmas decorations in it, and back during Christmas time, I picked up the box and like it's in my storage shed where my drums are at, and this mouse like fell out the bottom of the box, ran down my leg, freaked me out, right? Like I was like, hey yo, what's going on? Then like this mouse kept like harassing me. This was not like this was fucking Ratatouille, okay? This guy was
Personal.
small.
It's personal.
Is it really me?
He was
Like,
smart.
you victim me, I'm gonna get you. Like mouse
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah,
I
I don't
swear.
like rodents and I don't like snakes. And living in West Texas, everything, including the plant life, is either trying to stick you, sting you, bite you, or kill you. And
Mhm.
I have had
Yep.
snakes in my house. I've had mice in my house. I've had rats in my house. I've had scorpions in my house.
There it is. I was waiting
And
on the scorpions.
I'm not going to show you because I don't know how Twitch is, but I have 5 home defense tools within arm's reach of where I'm sitting right now, just in case
too.
something gets in the house.
But
Got a
this
couple
mouse,
right there.
this mouse, like one day I was sitting in my building, like setting things up, and like I just happened to like look over, and I see this mouse sitting on the corner of one of our like storage totes, and it's just mugging the hell out of me, like just staring at me, and I'm like, you are a sad had lad. You're done. This is it. This is your final
You
day.
killed my father. Prepare to die.
So I got a mouse. I got a couple of mouse traps. I went to the dollar store and got a bunch of mouse traps, and like I peanut buttered them things up, got them all set, prepped, and I just left it for the night. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna come back in the morning. He's gonna be gone. We're gonna have problem solved. Well, I come back the next morning and the trap is set off and completely gone. The trap is gone. I still to this day have not found that mouse trap. It's gone.
He's probably waiting. He's gonna set it for you.
This was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bro, how do you get clapped up by a mouse trap and you're just like, oh, that's not a trap, and you just take off, like you just start living life with a mouse trap attached to your back, like
It sounds like he knows the ropes. Like he's been through worse. Like he's a street mouse.
yeah. That's 50 Cent of the mouse world.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up I got him, but it was a process. It was way more process than I've ever had trying to catch
I
a
was
mouse.
getting text at work. He was like,
Yeah.
"This mouse has gone rogue. Where is it at? I put this trap out. It's gargantuan."
No chat was blowing up. And
Yeah.
it was Tyler being like, man, fuck this mouse, dog. Fuck this mouse.
I bet your mouse was that big. You know, in
It was
Florida,
not big.
Ouch,
we have
bro.
we got Palmer rats. Those suckers are like the size of cats. Those things are terrifying.
God.
And
You ever
they,
seen
oh,
you ever seen a river rat?
yeah, that's pretty much them.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
It's huge.
No thanks.
I'll
I got
never
the size of
forget. I went to this go-kart track in like Tyler Mountain Cross Lanes area one time, and in the middle of a go-kart race, a river rat ran like across the track, and like one of the go-karts hit this river rat, and it just went.
Oh,
Dude,
gross.
And I'm talking about a rat that was the size of like a house cat. Like this rat was huge.
Wow.
I can't imagine it. But what if you were breathing in when that happened? You're like,
At least you won't have to eat dinner later.
Yeah. I was like, that kid is going to be scarred for life.
full too.
I hit a skunk before. My car smelled for like a week
Yeah,
up in North Carolina.
I've done that in the work van out at Point Pleasant.
Try drifting deer and jumping over them. I've done that.
Yeah, that
But
happened a
I
lot in
will say,
Ohio.
when I was in Texas a lot, I smelled skunks a lot. I would always come across a skunk. No, but he's in Texas.
Yep, he gets to Texas with all the fun things trying to kill you.
Yeah, I got scorpions all the time. That's why when he was doing that list, I was like waiting for scorpions. I was like, I've had so many scorpions in my sleeping bag. Fuck that shit.
I was sitting on my couch one night and I had one run across my shoulder. And they
Yeah.
say it's good luck if they run across you and they don't sting you. And he didn't sting me. But then another night, me and my ex were still together and we were in bed. And I like to put my arm underneath of her pillow when I would sleep. And I stuck my arm underneath there and I felt something on my elbow and it hurt. And then it hit me again. And I was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, sit up for a second. And I lifted the pillow and there was a scorpion underneath of her pillow that had already hit me twice in the elbow.
Jeez.
Dude, what is treatment for a scorpion sting?
Nothing.
The scorpions out here, they're not quite as bad as a bee sting.
God,
Oh, okay.
Say fucking how and leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ones I got stung by and stuff were like real tiny ones.
So I got a question. I'm assuming that your ex lives in Texas, right?
Yes.
Mm,
Did it go over everyone's head?
No.
Not all of them.
No.
All
Texas,
my
though,
exes
for
live in Texas.
Stupid. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
oh, stop.
I think it's the funniest.
We're all nerdy. We do
I
bad
actually
jokes.
only have one ex that lives in Texas. Because her and I moved here together, and after her and I split up, I just decided at that point I'm just going to be a dad. I'm not even going to worry about relationships because I have learned with the amount of relationships I've been in, I'm just not meant to be in a relationship.
I thought that
It's
too, but
also
things change.
cheaper and less stressful to stay single.
Slowly.
He's got a
Yeah.
hand.
Oh my god.
Hey, yo. What you mean
Quagmire.
by that?
Hmm?
What you mean by that?
He's got Rosie and her 5 sisters. He's got plenty of people to
Yeah.
hang out with.
It does.
You know exactly what I mean by that.
Even days, odd days.
Pamela Henderson.
Shared custody.
And she doesn't complain if I want to flip her over and take it from the back.
Oh my god. My dog getting that. I almost choked on that.
Hey, yo.
So welcome to
He
what we
fits
do
right
every
in.
night in Discord.
Yeah, and we may officially get banned from Twitch on our first night.
Go for it.
It's been
Not gonna
fun.
lie, it's a good goal. It's a good goal.
It would be. People
I
love
have been. I got banned for life on TikTok with my first TikTok account.
Same.
Why?
Talking about politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
I
do
went
it.
live on a jacuzzi. I went live while I was in a jacuzzi and got naked.
Well, that would do it.
Post the source in the
That-
comments.
That first one I deserved. I'll admit that.
They just put me on Facebook jail all the time
Because politics.
because of just my jokes. Yeah, problem. Everything.
I don't talk a lot.
I like to
on
push it. I
line.
like to push my limit. I like to see how far I can go. Like even at my job, like I push my limits, and like I'm like, I get away with it somehow, and everyone's like, bro, anyone else would be fired. I'm like, I just do it in a joking way, like a jokeful way, but I'm dead ass serious, and it's like most people would be fired, and I just get away with it, and I don't know how.
He's an odd guy,
I'm
but
very odd.
Maybe the vibes. Some people put up with a lot of stuff because the vibes are there.
Yeah, that's
So
like
I've been through a lot of jobs in my past because I have a problem with authority,
Me too,
and
bro.
that's
I
one
relate.
of the reasons why I work for myself. I do have to say, working for myself, my boss is the biggest asshole I know, but
He's his own boss.
uh, and you know, speaking of authority, my dad, he was a cop, right? And he left when I was like one, and he worked in the same town I grew up in, but he would never stop, see me or anything. So like that leads to me doing like smoking weed and doing drugs. I was like, how can I be the exact opposite of this dude?
Right.
I'm gonna be a drug addict, and or not a drug addict, but I was gonna do drugs and sell drugs, and learned a lot. Me and him have a good relationship now, though. Like,
That's good.
you know, it's weird, but
Trying to
that's
heal.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you know, I don't forgive. I forgive him. Like, what's whatever. Like, he's cool. Like,
Yeah, but I think all of us are like we all us three sit and like talk a lot, and I don't know if other bands do that. Like we genuinely are like, we see another guy not doing okay, and we're like, hey, what's going on in your life? Are you all right? Like, do you want to talk about it? And we get to the bottom of it because we want the other one to know you're not alone. Like, we're all here. And I think a lot of all the stuff that we went through has just strengthened us and given us a bigger bond because it give us like tools that a lot of people don't get because they avoid that path. They don't take
yeah,
that path. Who in their right mind would take that path? That's bizarre. Why would you want that for your life? But unfortunately, we went down that path, but it kind of gave us like a tool set that, you know, we have like an
Help others.
intuition on certain things, like whenever things are really bad, or I don't know, we have a way of brushing it off or continuing through it and it not phasing us when other people are like, hold up, wait a minute, that's like beyond my morals, that's beyond what I believe in, and I'm gonna stand up, and I'm like, I didn't even really notice.
I have
yeah,
no
like
filter. Yeah, but like
like
my filter, it's and you know everybody from my hometown, Marmette, they counted me out. They said I would never get clean. I was just gonna be like generations like this one people that grow up in this town that are still walking the streets on drugs. And I got out, man, and I proved everyone wrong. And everybody's like, if you could have seen me 12, 13 years ago, you would be like, that dude's never going to do nothing. Like, it was just I had no drive. I pitied myself, bro. And I was like, I'm not going to prove nothing to anyone. I want to prove it to myself. So my goal in life is to constantly go up, top myself, because if you just sit and you're content, you're never going to accomplish nothing.
yeah.
You just
Growth
got to
is
keep.
I mean,
past
the
your
best way
comfort
to do
zone.
it, and the way that I've done it for years, and the way that I was able to overcome a lot of the stuff that I had in my past was every day when I got up, I just tried to be a better version of myself than I was the day before.
yes,
1%
you
better.
always you always want to strive for better, and I wanna share something that for anybody out there who was addicted or is addicted and is considering getting clean and has this mindset that like, you know, I'm always gonna be this piece of shit, or I'm always gonna be looked at as this drug addict and nobody's ever gonna accept me for who I am. Two people who are very important in my life shared this with me, that was because that was a struggle for me, was self-acceptance and being able to like not beat myself up a lot for all the bad things that I went through or the bad things that I did to other people. And that is, the past or your previous addiction does not define who you are. So you overcome all of that, that's not really who you are. Once you get away from that stuff, then that'll be who you really are when you choose to be who you are.
It shapes you into who you're going to be. In
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
and
opinion.
and me and Remy both didn't play a lot of music at all during this time of our life. And yeah, we listened to music and stuff, but like music wasn't really in our veins like it was when we were a lot younger than that, before all this spiraled out of control. And and now it's like it's come back so much stronger to the point where like it's rooted so deeply that like, you know, he'll call me randomly and be like, bro, I think we need to do this. I think he'll start mouthing some weird part to me and be like, we need to change this part, we need to do this. I'm like, bro, I'm feeding my kids, give me a minute. Like I'm dadding right now, like you need to chill.
I drive him crazy, but like my mind's always like it never stops. I mean,
But that's a good thing. I'd rather him be sitting and thinking about guitar parts than, you know, having idle time to sit and dwell on some past problem or something that he shouldn't even be dwelling on. Like, I think that's a positive thing for him to be thinking about and to keep thinking about. And same goes for me and Tyler. Like, and just keep your mind in shape and keep going forward. Like, don't look back.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, 100%. Like I I also say this out of pure love. Like Remy is a trip. He is. He is a
have a
trip.
good time, bro.
But that's my dog.
Yeah, we call him. I call Tyler the band dad because you know, like in like my first band, like my other guitar player, his dad would come to the shows and he would like make sure he's like that dad that makes sure like when you're a kid that you sound the best you can at this show of like 10 people. That's Tyler. Tyler makes sure we sound top tier. Like he's the band dad. He makes make sure we have everything like we need to perform. And while Drew and me like focus on stuff like this, like he gives us that live feel, like
Yeah.
Tyler.
And it's weird. It's kind of like a cycle. It's like it's a full circle because each one of us is better than the other at something. And whatever that is, it all just rotates in a big circle because he's helping me with this while I'm helping Rim with that, while Rim's also coming back around and helping him with that. So it's, you know, everybody's got a weak point, but the other person has a strength in that weak point, and then everybody, you know, vice versa. So,
Yep.
you know,
You're
and
only as strong as your weakest link, but if you
right,
have every link helping every other link,
and as time goes on, we're all learning more. So Tyler learns things that we knew. We're learning things that Tyler knew. Rim's coming up with these bizarre fucking off the wall ideas that everyone's like, shut the fuck up, but then they end up being great ideas. And
Hey,
yeah, no,
they can't lie. They can't lie. Look, like our first couple of songs, I got really baked one day, and I called Drew, and this was before like we were all serious, and I was like, bro, I was like, I want to write a song, and he's like, okay, come over. So I made this song with my mouth. I'm like, I was like, dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. And like so like he can interpret my mouth guitar almost to a T.
Pause.
Incredible.
yeah,
And he's like he'll be like, well, how about we do it like this? And then it's like he makes it into his. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then Tyler gets a hold of it, adds this more atmosphere to it, and it's just like it's weird that Tyler and Drew both can like read my mouth instruments like as well as they do. Like,
yeah, because none of us really read music or anything.
no.
At one point in my life, I could read bass clef, but that was so many years ago, and I didn't practice it and keep going with it, so I went back to guitar.
I can read tablature a whole lot better than I can read music.
Yeah, same, very same.
I can read music. I don't do it on a daily basis anymore. I mean, I was a band geek when I was in school. I did the marching band. I was in the
I did
jazz
that.
band. I was in the concert band. I did all of that stuff. I actually, when I played for the jazz band in middle school and high school, I actually played guitar a couple of years and I played drums a couple of years.
I did drums in marching band. Funny story. Here's a story that'll make you cringe. So I was in middle school and I was in the symphony already. I was playing cello, so that was already a constant in my life. But I got into the band and I wanted to play snare drum in the band, so I started playing snare drum in the band. Well, the band director, what was his name? Mr. Hudnall was his name, I think. And he was in like this Christian rock band, and that immediately turned me on to that guy because I was like, okay, you're a rock star. Let me get that demo tape of y'all. So he brings me this like CD to school, and I'm hearing this Christian rock band, and I'm like having a blast. And I'm like, okay, this guy's my friend now. So we become like buddies, me and this band director, and he's like, he immediately notices that I'm musically inclined, sort of. So he just kind of like gives me the snare drum, gives me all these like paradiddles and shit, and he's like, all right, I need you to show up at this audition. Meanwhile, I've never played fucking drums in my life. I've been playing cello and guitar, and he sends me to this audition, and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I butcher this entire audition, and I'm just making shit up on the fly. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I can see these judges scoring me at this audition, and they are cringing so hard. They're like, who the fuck brought this kid in here so unprepared? And that was the most painful audition that I've ever done in my life, and oh, that hurt me bad. But I made it through it, and I got over it, and I went back, and he was like, maybe we should have prepared you a little bit better for that audition. And I was like, you think? But we were just, man, we just hit it off so well, and we were like, hey, how's it going? And passing, and then
I got you this.
yeah, he's like, I got you this gig for this audition. I was like, fuck yeah. And then yeah, it was
When I was
bad.
in middle school,
My
I
heart
was
was there.
playing in a band, and we played a lot of stuff like Metallica and Megadeth. We played some Nirvana, but it was a mix between grunge and hard rock was what we were doing. And the drummer that played for us, he joined the marching band just so that he could get the snare drum to bring back and put on a stool and set with his drum kit.
Genius.
That's funny.
Guy had the worst name in the world. He got joked constantly at school, but he was probably one of the best drummers I ever met. And I haven't talked to him since high school, but after he got out of school, he started touring around the world teaching people how to play drums.
It's awesome.
Uh,
The
he
one
was
with
really
the-
good at it.
You
But
said he had-
his last name was Feecey.
Yo.
Oh,
Man,
He got roasted
that's
every day.
that's bad
His
marketing.
name was Joey Feecey, and everybody called him Joey Shit.
Well,
No.
I'd be changing my name
Straight to the point.
unless you want to be called the shit.
The feces.
The feces.
That's fucked up.
If they were a band, we'd be like, "Here's the scoop."
With the wipe.
Wait till we hit the fan.
Wipe.
That's funny.
No, sorry.
Here's a skid of information.
So the next song that we have for y'all, we only got about 30 more minutes, so we're gonna go on ahead and play another one of your tracks. We've got Imposter. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that song?
So I started off like just as a vocal. It's just about. I mean, once again, like I don't write song lyrics as like a whole. I write sentences down and like paragraphs and stuff, and then like I put it together as I create the song. Like listen to the song, so I can get my vocal rhythms and stuff. But it's more or less about when I was a drug addict. I would look at myself in the mirror and be like, I gotta get my shit together. And like I know that wasn't me, and it's just like, but you can interpret it the way anyone is, but it's all like about being like fake, like be who you are and don't be scared to do it, like
Yeah.
Don't be an imposter of yourself, man. Like, don't sell yourself short. Be all of you that you can be. That
And
sounds like an
why-
army commercial.
Yeah. and that's why I say, I was like, this is for all you fake motherfuckers, and I'm not taking it in a literal, but it's just like, just be who you are, like, and that's what I do. It's just like, and sometimes I'm annoying, like I know I can over talk a lot, but you know, that's just who I am, and I just have a good time. So
Yeah,
That's all.
I love Imposters. It's the one that hurts my hands the most to play.
and he wrote that song really
Yeah.
mad.
Oh yeah. So funny story about that. It was like a little. I wouldn't even call it a band scuffle or something, but like we were or I was writing riffs and sending them to Tyler and stuff, and Tyler got with me when he's like, I don't
too
think it's Two Face enough.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna use that. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay. So out of anger, I sat here at this computer and I was like, man, I'm gonna write the fucking ugliest song with the least amount of frets that I can use. And I did it with 1, 2, and 3, and then just kind of did some variations of that and sit here and a whole anger song came out of that, and then it ended up sounding really cool. And I sent it to Tyler, and immediately he was like, "That is fucking fire!
that's
Like
Two
what?
Face.
That's Two Face's fuck." That's how we know if a song's gonna work. Somebody will say that's Two Face's fuck.
Yeah,
And I really like Imposter.
Yeah.
Imposter's a fun song.
We're gonna check out Imposter real quick, and we'll be back in just a minute. But this is Two Face Imposter.
yo.
I'm trying to keep his booty hole out of the camera. He came over, he's knocking over stuff, and I'm just like, dude, it's not that kind of video.
Let's count those wrinkles.
Okay, goodbye.
See, we can't not listen to our own music and get hyped up. Like, I think we listen to our music more than anybody.
I'm so proud of it. I've never like been in a band to where I can actually I enjoy it. Like I think it's good. It's like my other bands. It's like yeah, cool. I'm in a band, but this I feel the own music I helped create.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
And there's nothing better than getting like new merch and putting on that fresh tee.
yeah, fresh tea, baby.
Yeah, I like wearing our own merch too. Like, I think it's fun. Like, I'm proud of what we have, and I like what we got going.
Tyler ripped our merch at
Right
the
on.
circus.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Y'all should
Let's
be
talk
proud.
about-
It takes a lot.
Talk about the prices at the circus, yo. Tyler texted me today and said, yo, how much do you think a fucking, what was it? A snow cone at the circus costs? And I said, I don't know, man, like $12. He said, ha ha ha. Nope. $20 for a snow cone.
Whoa.
$20 for a snow
Yeah.
cone at the
Is
circus.
it edible?
was-
It got
Oh,
moon
you're
rocks
coming
in
with a
there?
hand job for that
Better.
price.
I asked
Comes with
my
a side of turkey leg.
I said like this, like one of the people were carrying like snow cones and cotton candy, and I was like, how how much can I get 2 things of cotton candy and 2 snow cones, like one for each of my kids? And they were like, yeah, the snow cones are 20 a piece and the cotton candy's 18 a piece, and I was like,
Oh,
Oh,
oh, wait,
What he say?
I can go to the steakhouse and get dinner with the
$80?
I go on Amazon when I got home and bought a snow cone and a cotton candy machine, and then still got the McDonald's DoorDash for that price.
Dude, this guy wasted
That's
so much
obscene.
money.
That's criminal.
Airport. When I
It's
was up
ice.
there, I got my layover was in Dallas. I had to. I flew from Illinois to Dallas, and then from Dallas to Abilene, which I live right outside of Abilene. And I got stuck in the airport for like 5 hours. We had storms and everything coming in, and I was already on a delay. We're going back live. I was already on a delay, but they had the storms and everything coming in, and I was like, I'm getting hungry. And I was planning on stopping and getting something for dinner when I got back to my truck. And being delayed even longer, I was like, I got to find something to eat. And I started walking around the airport. And the airport in Dallas is like walking through a mall. It is huge. And to tell you how huge it was, when I was taking the flight to Iowa or to Illinois, I don't know why I keep saying Iowa,
Because it's the other
but
shitty
when I was
state
taking the
behind.
trip to Illinois,
Slipknot's best album.
Yep.
I flew from Abilene to Dallas first and had a changeover there to where I had to get on another flight. And when I got there, the flight that I was on from Abilene had been delayed. And I only had a 40-minute layover, and we were already 30 minutes late. So I got out and I was like, where's this gate? And I can't remember what the number was now, but they were like, you got to go a quarter mile this way. And
Yeah.
then my watch actually tracked my steps. I ran the whole way. And when I got there, they were just starting to close the gate. And she was like, you're lucky because we were just closing the gate. This is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She's like, next flight's not till 8 o'clock at night. And I was like, man. And then I looked at my watch later on and I was like, it said that I had ran during that time a half a mile was actually what it was to get to the next gate.
Man, I would have got one of those
I was
straight
walking around the airport when I was stuck in Dallas for 5 hours, and I went to go get a hamburger, and it was $20 just for a sandwich.
Wait, what?
I didn't need the combo, bro.
I'm gonna have to starve at this point.
I went on ahead and I got me a bag of chips and a
Beef
candy bar,
jerky.
and I got a lemonade. And for those three things, it cost me $18, which I thought was still high price for a little single serving bag of chips, a little candy bar, and a 20-ounce soda.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
That is a ton of money.
Greedy
So,
corporation.
and you're
Sounds
right
like
about
going to Disney.
the circus. The fairs are the same way. We actually, the second weekend in March, where I live at, I live in Sweetwater, Texas, and that's where they have the world's biggest rattlesnake roundup. And every second March or second week of March, they have the rattlesnake roundup, and I take my kids every year because they have a big carnival, and then you can go inside. They got the big snake pits where they've captured all the rattlesnakes and brought them in, and they skin them and milk them, and they milk them so that they can make the antivenom. And just going and getting a lemonade, I buy this big tub that's got a handle on it because it's like $30 for this lemonade. But it's big enough for me and my two girls to walk around and sip on this thing for a few hours.
Right. Sounds delicious.
But the
Sounds
price
terrifying.
out there, you
If
want
all
a
those
slice
snakes get
it's
out, oh my gosh.
$15 for a slice of pizza. I'm like, I can go to Domino's and get a large special topping pizza for almost the same price. So every year I tell the kids before we're going ahead and get something to eat before we go so that we don't have to buy food while we're there. And then if we get hungry, we'll just leave and go get something to eat.
Dude, that's like years ago. I went to a Slipknot concert. We got there and they're like, waters are $9. I'm like, for what? For a 60-ounce
Yeah.
bottle of water. And they're like, well, we have tall boys too. I'm like, cool. How much are those? Oh, those are $37.
Yeah, that was like
For
like,
water?
like 3 years ago. I went to see Dance Gavin Dance, and I went to get just a free, like, I needed just a cup of water, like I didn't want, and I sit there and I see him like get the glass and they pull out a can of liquid death, pour it in there, and they're like $13. And I said, I just wanted some spigot water, like, you know, I was like,
Yeah, I drink
Y'all
Like
got
that
a
whole-
hose?
Just go get the water hose and dump it in a cup for me. I just need to quench my thirst.
yeah, well, that's insane because like I was reading, and it's like they're everywhere supposed to offer at least a free water, like especially like a venue, but they make you buy the liquid death, like, and that was in Columbus. I forget what venue it was, but it was like it was so expensive, $13 for water, and I was like, I don't want liquid death, I just want that good H2O.
Hello?
I feel like how much was water at Sonic Temple, Alex? Like wasn't it like $12 or something? It was in the double digits. We went and saw Limp Bizkit and Slipknot at Sonic Temple a few years back, and
Oh yeah.
it was
Well,
outrageous.
that's one of the main reasons Woodstock '99 happened, because they ran out of water, bro, and they were selling it for like $10 of like a little bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how much Gatorade was. Ew.
Way too much.
I don't know, but that was a fun concert. I like going to concerts.
I love going to concerts. I've been to a lot of them. Actually, flying out there was the first metal show that I have been to in close to 20 years.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. I used to love going to metal shows, and I actually got out of music completely for about 10 years.
I'm
I
glad
put
you're back.
guitar- I'm a guitarist. I have been. I got my first guitar when I was 5 years old. I'm 46 now, and I love playing guitar. But I focused more on my career and being a family man, and just put music aside for about 10 years. And then as my kids were getting older and they were getting more, they were able to take care of themselves a little bit more. They didn't need as much parental care. They had their own personalities and friends and doing their own thing. I was like, I'm getting back into it. And I had gone to playing acoustic guitar before I stopped and doing more slower music, more mellow country and stuff like that. And when I started getting back into it, arthritis had started setting into my hands and I couldn't hold the strings on an acoustic guitar as well. So I was like, I'm going to buy an electric guitar because you don't have to press down as hard on one of those. So I bought an Ibanez, and then I bought some extra light strings for it. And I love playing that thing now, and I can just play for hours.
That's awesome. I love that. I found ESP and I've loved ESP and LTD now since I found them. I just love the way
My
that it feels.
daughter, when I got back into playing guitar and everything, my 14-year-old, she would, as soon as she'd hear me start playing, she'd come and sit with me and she'd want to listen, and I'd play a couple of songs and she'd sing along with me and everything. And then I bought the electric guitar, and as soon as I got my electric guitar, she was like, I want to learn how to play electric guitar. So for her birthday
Awesome.
last year when she turned 14, I actually, this was her birthday present.
I love that.
Got her a Jackson.
Is it a Jackson Dinky?
Yeah.
I have the blue one. That's actually a sentimental guitar for me because of when I came out of addiction or whatever, Christmas of that year, and it was, your family tries to get you off of that stuff for years and you never listen, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden you do it on your own and they're like, okay, bullshit, I've heard this 1,000 fucking times. I could take everything you say with a grain of salt, but anyway, I had done it on my own. I went out and got my own help and got my own connections through my own doctor's offices and my own therapists, and did my own treatment and all that stuff and got through it all. And that Christmas, my dad surprised me. It was a cheap guitar. It wasn't anything special, but and he even stated that. He said it's really a bottom of the line guitar, my friend. He's like, but it's playable. And I was like, that's all that matters, man. And that was a very sentimental guitar for me because it was like redemption.
I think
Because
that's when you started writing music a lot
it
again
was,
too.
I immediately started writing music, and it was because he had bought me several nice guitars, and I'd sold them and just lost them.
This
I
was
like
the
that.
electric guitar that I decided to buy. And I found it on eBay. And when I found it, I saw the price of it. And I sent it over to Harrison and one of our other friends, Jordan, the one that he was saying he was automatically a fan.
Yeah.
I sent the
Thank you, Jordan.
guitar, I sent everything over to them, and I was like, "What do y'all think of this guitar?" And Jordan looked at it and he was like, "Dude, buy that guitar. That's like the holy grail of Ibanez." Because it's a 1992 Korean with a Floyd Rose tremolo system, and it's got the Jackson neck and everything.
That's sick.
And It was only $130 on eBay.
Yeah, what? With the Floyd Rose and everything?
Yep. So I was like,
Bro, what?
okay. I clicked buy on it, and it had like an $80 shipping for it, but I was
Oh,
still
God.
okay with paying the $80 shipping on it, and I got it in, and I was stoked. And as soon as I picked it up and started playing, I was like, this is what I needed. And guitar is my therapy. If
Yes,
I'm feeling down about something, I pick up a guitar and just start playing.
Now you just need another Les Paul after playing mine.
Yeah. While I was in Illinois, Harrison's got a Les Paul, and I played on it.
Ooh,
And
that's a
he's
pretty
also
Les
got
Paul. Is that a studio or a custom or
Custom.
custom? That's a
he's
pretty
got a
blue. I like
Ibanez
that.
7-string also that I fell in love with
Yeah,
while I was out
that's
there.
that one. At the 7
See,
string, the 6
Super awesome.
string, single year RG37s over here.
ESP just came out. See, I like baritones, and ESP just came out with a new baritone it's called Granite Sparkle, and oh my God, it's like a concrete looking sparkle. It's like the sparkle that I have now, but like gray and black instead of green,
Yeah.
and
Ooh,
it
that sounds
it's
really
so
pretty.
it's so beautiful, but it's probably like 3 grand, and
Just leave and pick up on
I'm
there.
trying to manifest a partnership or endorsement with ESP in the future.
I don't know if it'll actually
I
show up
keep
on the camera with the light, but this one's cosmic gray. It's got sparkle flake that shifts inside of it.
Oh, that's sick.
It's a Canadian only 1 year production.
See, that's the thing. I like all. I don't know. I wouldn't. I guess you'd call it a prop. What's a? I know it's an instrument, but as far as a performance, that's my prop is a guitar. But like,
I feel that
I
because
like
that's my
my.
rack.
I, right, like I want my prop to be flashy. I want people to see it and be like, "Ooh, like that's cool." Like, if anything, I want it to be visually appealing as much as it is audibly appealing to your ears
Yeah.
because
Right.
you got to look at me for the next half hour.
Yeah, and it's also difficult when you're looking for a guitar to find something that looks good and has the feel and the sound you want out of it at the same time. Because
Yeah,
sometimes you find a guitar that the feel of it and the sound of it is nice, but it looks kind of like dog shit. And then you find one that it looks really good, and then you go to play and you're like, I really don't like the sound of this guitar.
right. And I see when I bought my guitar, it was we need better pickups. We're getting a lot of string noise when we're tracking. We need better pickups. We want to tighten things up a bit. So, Fishmans were on our list. Fishman Fluence pickups. We needed a guitar with Fishmans. So I started looking, and I was like, if I'm buying a guitar online, I'm not able to play it. I'm not able to hold it. That's how I buy an instrument is being able to play it and feel it in my hands. So I was already taking a chance there buying the is it Stephen Carpenter uh signature guitar from Deftones,
Yeah.
and I figured it was down to two of his signatures, and my thought process was if it's his signature guitar, it's already gone through some serious testing to make sure that it's got quality assurance, and plus the price tag was not cheap on that thing, and it's one solid piece of wood. It's not a bolt-on neck. So if I snap that neck, I'm just really fucked, and that scares me every show I play.
After playing his 7-string and his Les Paul while I was out there, I came home and first thing I started doing after I got on my computer was starting to look at Les Pauls and 7-strings because I was like, I'm gonna
Here's the
have to
seven
add those
string.
to my collection.
Ooh, you're a blue guy, aren't you?
Not normally, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Green Goblin. That's what that guitar is that I played at that show was the Green
Yeah.
Goblin.
I think green's the only guitar color I haven't owned.
It's funny because green's always been my favorite color, and my dad. That's sort of why I went with that color with the guitar that I got, because the other one I think was like bright, like lavender purple or something. It was like a pastel purple color, but it was a completely different shape. It wasn't even the Telecaster. It was just some random shape,
Right.
and
You
um,
can't see it because of this bar, but everything that's on my desk has like neon green RGB lights on it because I
Nice.
love
See,
green
I
also.
do, I do too. And when I was in 7th grade, my dad got my first guitar, which was an Epiphone Les Paul Special 2, and it was all black. And I played the hell out of that from 7th grade to like 9th grade. When I got to high school, is when I got the Washburn, and the Washburn was transparent green wood grain with gold hardware all over it. Pickups were gold, tuning heads were gold, the bridge was gold, and it was the most beautiful guitar, probably one of my favorite guitars. And unfortunately, I sold it when I was going through my addiction and never saw it again. But when I bought this guitar, it was kind of like a nod back in the past towards that guitar. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep being me and keep enjoying the things in my life that made me happy. And so this is like, in a way, another form of that guitar, but I did this for myself. My dad didn't buy it for me. I'm just moving forward in life, but I'm still keeping the feeling there.
Yeah, my first electric guitar, my dad had a Les Paul custom that was an Epiphone, and it was smoke gray with black around the edges, and it was a beautiful guitar, and he wouldn't break it out often. And when I was in 6th grade, I always had a lot of problems in school. I was ADD. I couldn't pay attention for shit. So he told me, he was like, if you pass the 6th grade, I will give you the Les Paul. And I was like, okay. And that was my incentive to get my shit together and pass the 6th grade. And I just did pass. I was like right on the border of it, but he was like, you passed, you get the guitar. And I was like, fucking sweet.
Win. Yeah, I love that. See, a lot of people don't know this, but like, yes, I play a lot of metal, but the reason that I even got into guitar in the first place was Blink 182. And
I
I
like
that
playing
was
a lot of different genres of music. I mean, like I said, I played acoustic and country for years, and
used
I
to,
was strictly a country artist for a long time. Uh, as a teenager, I was a metalhead through and through. I had long hair when I was in high school, and then even when I was playing country music, I still preferred listening to metal, but I liked listening to country also, but I had more of a voice for country music. And now I play more of a hard rock style, but with vocals that aren't too raspy or too crunchy. I still
right.
try to keep my vocals kind of mellow.
Well, since you're into the country thing, let me ask you this question. Have you heard of Bill Murray?
I've heard of the actor Bill Murray.
Have you heard the music by the band Bill Murray? Because
No.
they are what I would consider country slash metal
Country
core, but like I could never relate to country because I just couldn't relate to it.
I'm not sad enough.
I was raised in the city, so like it was hard for me to relate to country like my friends did that were lived out in the sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
I grew
I
up with a redneck dad from Georgia.
oh my dad was
And
proper as fuck.
Yeah,
I grew
well,
up with a redneck dad from Georgia, but I grew up in the city until I was about 15 years old, and then I moved to the country.
Yeah.
Um, that was when I got into the metal and everything, living in the city. And my dad was always, you can't listen to that stuff. That stuff will rot your brain. That stuff's the devil's music. And he was a country boy through and through. And he did not agree with my choices in music at all. But
Oh
then
my
when I
dad.
started playing it, my dad was one of my biggest fans when it came to me playing guitar.
See,
My
my
dad.
dad was the opposite. My dad introduced me to AC/DC, and then he was like, we had a neighbor that was like his best friend, and I got into his Jeep one time, and he had one of those cassettes that like you could plug a Walkman into it and put it in your cassette player in your car, and it would play the CD from the Walkman. And he had Van Halen like "Running with the Devil." That song was playing, and I was like, that was whenever I knew I was like, I'm gonna like this kind of music. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm
The
gonna
hardest
love
thing that I had ever heard when I was a kid, before I actually got into metal music, and my dad had put it on one day, and I was like, "This is rock music," and I was getting to it, and I was thinking, "This is some hard shit." It was Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh yeah.
And,
Hell yeah. No,
and
my dad brought me up on like Tom Petty, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Mississippi, uh fuck, what was another one?
Boston.
Boston. That's it.
yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
And,
Kansas.
and it's weird because my dad wasn't around. My mom liked country, but she liked metalheads. So like my stepdad, like they were metalheads, and my uncles, they were metalheads. So like I was young, like I remember like spying on them, and I would see him like smoking weed, hitting bongs, like snorting stuff, listening to like this metal, and I was like, that's what I want to do. It was like I thought that was cool, and including the music. And like I remember getting into like I was like 8, 7, listening to Pantera with my uncle Roy, which passed away from an overdose. And but like him and my stepdad Eric, man, they like I've always just liked metal or rock music. Like I've never really like I've listened to rap. I know rap, but like you can ask Drew, like it's always been metal. Like I can't help it. Like I listen to all the subgenres of metal, and like I like acoustic like rock, but I can't get into much more. Like I like a little hip hop and rap because I can hear it heavy, even in girl pop music. That's my second favorite. I love girl pop music. I can't help it. Yeah,
Rep the girl pop dog.
So you
I love it.
grew up on family that either
My
with Michael
kids,
Jackson or Pink Floyd being played in the house all the time.
my kids got me listening to
Sisters.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
I was the oldest of three. I've got two younger sisters. And when I was getting into metal, they were getting into Mariah Carey. And we grew up in the 80s and getting into the 90s when Mariah Carey was starting to get big. Both of my sisters were really into it. And my youngest sister, she was like the most prissy, goody two shoe type of person. And today, she's one of the biggest pot smoking metalheads I know.
Yeah,
Wow, have the tables turned.
Yeah.
that's how it usually goes, man. It's like
Her son, he just had his first kid. He's 24 years old, but he always loved watching me. All of my nephews loved watching me play guitar, and every one of them was inspired by me playing guitar. They all play guitar, and they've all played in metal bands.
Nice. I love that. I love when like see that's one thing that like we were doing. So my dad calls me randomly one day. He I guess he went to the local gas station to get some gas, and some kid was like, "Yeah, I've heard of Two Face." And my dad's like, "Oh, that's my son." So he calls me up while I'm at home like doing stuff with my kids, and he's like, "Yeah," and I don't know who this kid is at all. But turns out this kid like wants to play music, like he wants to get into it, like he's heard of Two Face on the internet, he really likes what they're doing. And I was like, cool. So I like invited him to a show. He started coming to shows, and then I was like, hey, you don't even live that far from me, like come over, let's play music. And I was trying to like push him in that direction and be like, hey, you need to get you a band and like come to my house, I'll record you and show you, how this is done. That way you can do this on your own. And unfortunately, I haven't seen him again, but he did come over one time and I did mess around and record some of his guitar and stuff like that. But I was like, man, it doesn't have to be crazy perfect. It doesn't have to be insane. You just have to enjoy it and be passionate about it, and people will see that. Like,
Exactly.
Yep.
just be you. Don't try to be anything else. Just be you.
And one thing I do love about the Two Faces, like I have a like my girlfriend, her regulars, like bartenders, like her clients or whatever. They come to our show like probably 20, 25 people, and they said like even my buddies from here, like in Marmet, that don't like metal, that always listen to rap, they came to our show that was here, and everyone's like, I did not expect me to like that like I did. And I'm like, well, it's a whole different experience live. Like, I can see why someone don't want to listen to it, but if you go see a metal show live, you're not gonna be disappointed. Like, even if it's
Yeah.
not your cup of tea, you're gonna be like, okay. And that's like what I love. Like, you got these rednecks, like super rednecks, that come to our shows and get stupid drunk, and they just love the vibe for that night. They might not listen to it, but they come and watch us and support us, and I think that's awesome. You know?
But yeah, when you go to a metal show, the band isn't the only show that you get. The crowd is the show itself.
That's so true.
Yeah. I want to touch on the Onikuma beatdown belt. I watched
Yeah.
a drummer, a specific drummer that we know, get his ass beat by all those girls.
Yeah.
That
I didn't
was
even-
entertaining.
Yeah, dude, it's funny because Drake asked me. He's like, I got this a beatdown belt for the song Beatdown, and I'm gonna throw it before a breakdown and see what happens. And if nothing happens, cool. And when I seen all that happening, I'm like, Drake's not gonna be disappointed. He ain't gonna. He literally got Ian jumped. Like, by women.
Y'all were out there afterwards, weren't you? When Ian was talking about it, he's like, "That girl's crazy."
She hit me right in my. I got a fucking black eye.
Yeah.
I just gave it to her. Damn.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
His
they
wife's
had
like,
themselves
"You deserve
outside
that."
afterwards, and everybody was signing it.
Yeah, yeah. That was and I did see a lot of like interaction after that show. A lot of those people that were in the crowd really genuinely had a good night, and that's really
Yeah.
all I could have asked for. Like they were saying, best night I've had in a while, and I was like, I love that.
Yeah,
We have
like I said, I sat outside for the last half of the show after North Lake played. I went downstairs, and I was like, my fat ass is not getting back up them stairs again. I'm just gonna sit down here. I got cigarettes. One of the guys that had come with us, he had went down to the bar and grabbed a couple of beers and brought a beer back, and he was like, here you go. So I sat outside, drank a beer, smoked some cigarettes. I could hear the music. I just could not take that flight of stairs back up again. At
Yeah.
one point, I had thought about taking that little chair that they had on the side and trying to ride that bitch
That
up.
was my first thought when I
It
showed up
works.
at the venue.
Drake
I was
wrote
like,
it.
I want to ride that.
Drake wrote it.
My
They said
thought
that
on
chair's super
though,
slow.
I've told everybody my thought on that chair. I kept getting flashbacks of Gremlins when that old lady sat down in it and she just shot up the stairs. And I was like, my fat ass will sit down on that thing. It'll go haywire, shoot me up there, and I'll be thrown right into the fucking mosh pit.
No,
I gotta go,
really-
guys, but it has been a real pleasure.
Hey, later, Ty.
I love you.
It's been a real pleasure getting to meet you all. I
Nice
added
Love you,
all
dog.
all of you on Facebook, so add me back.
Alright.
Love
I
you,
sent
dog.
you an ad, and
Love you too, guys.
I hope to have y'all on again sometime, like when y'all have your album coming out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We would love to, man. I've had a good time. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
And we're gonna play one more track, y'all's. We got Grin on the lineup.
So this is
So,
the intro to
This
this.
this is the intro to the new album that's gonna come out, and
Yeah.
this is basically, it's not. I don't even consider it a song. I consider it an intro
Yes.
because it's setting the tone for the rest of the album.
There's not much vocals. It's just like a taste of like,
Yeah.
here's what you're going to get. But it's like a plot twist after the album comes out. It's gonna be like, okay, this was awesome. In my opinion.
Yeah. Show Your Teeth mixtape, sometime summer 2026.
You know, like
Yeah,
show
it's not a very long song. It's only 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yeah,
But,
and it is, and
It was meant
but
to be an intro, and
but
we extended it. But
it's aggressive for what it is.
yes. And it shows off a lot of like Tyler's drumming and like just how we can keep a flow. It's very
all right.
so.
Well, we're going to give it a listen real quick, and we'll be back in just a minute. This is Two Face Grin.
Enjoy.
I know I've listened to it, but I don't know it by name because I've got it in the playlist, and I've got the radio station. It plays at my house all day, every day. If I'm doing something that I don't need to listen to the music, I just turn the volume down on my speakers, but the radio station is always on at my house. And when I get in my truck and go somewhere, I have it on my phone also. I pull the radio station up. That's the only thing that I really listen to is unsigned music now.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you get to hear a lot of. See, me and Remy used to listen to a lot of unsigned music back in the day, and we would find so much gold, but they would never last. They'd be like one really awesome masterpiece
Album,
would come
yes.
out, and then you just never hear from them again, and we hate that because
And
we
they
want
bring
more.
It's like they have like maybe 5,000 listens, and I'm like, I want those guys to know that there's a guy out there that like that album changed his life, you know?
Yeah,
And it did. Like I'm like, how didn't it blow up?
Underneath the Gun is one
Yes.
example.
I
They
shot the sheriff.
Yeah, they got one solid album out, and we listen to them all the time. And their demos were
They came out with the second album, but there a weird thing about Underneath the Gun, their singer got throat cancer when they were recording their second album, and he still did vocals for it. And you could tell he's not up to par, but he still did it with throat cancer, and he ended up passing away.
Mhm.
And but that album literally changed my life, like as in deathcore music. Like that's it's just.
Talk
I
about
think
a
you should-
warrior.
Yeah, I mean,
I love music, and I can't say that I wouldn't try to do the same thing that guy did
I
because
finished it.
I don't know. There's been instances in the past 3 years where I've had a fever or been sick, and then still went to practice, still did all that stuff, or we had a show, and I was like, guys, I really don't want to play this show because I feel like trash. But
Yeah.
I get up there, I start playing, my adrenaline starts pumping, and then I forget that I feel like shit for that 30 minutes until I'm done, and then I feel worse.
Mm. Autoimmune
But
diseases.
it's worth it, man. Like, it's fun.
And you know, for a big dude, man,
absolutely.
I'm like, how do you feel like that, Drew? Like I could go for another hour. I'm just like, I don't know why. I mean,
For years, that was actually playing music was how I made money. I've played on a lot of stages. I've been on big stages, and there were days I get sick really easy, bronchitis and getting a real bad cough and hacking stuff up. And there would be nights where I'd be like, I really don't even feel like doing it, but it was how I made money, and I would carry a big fucking bottle of honey, and before I would get on stage, I would just fucking coat my throat really good with honey, and then get up on stage and sing. And then when I started feeling it, I'd I'd get off stage, I'd drink a little bit of water, coat my throat with honey again, and get back on stage and just keep on going. When I was younger, I could do that. Now, if I get sick, I'm not even fucking getting out of bed.
Mhm.
yeah, facts.
I feel that way, but I mean, I'm only 36, but man, I feel it catching up. It's starting to happen.
Yeah, when I
I
turned
feel like
30,
old
that
lady.
was probably my hardest, realizing I was getting old when I turned 30.
Acceptance.
40 wasn't as bad.
Mhm.
30 was the worst one. When I turned 40, it was like I'm getting seasoned now.
Dude,
Right,
I'm
okay.
34 and I got the joints of an 80-year-old from all the hard labor. I'm good.
I'm still doing that damn hard labor.
Yeah, by trade, I started out as a roofer.
Dude,
And
I did roofing one time in my life while I was in school to be an electrician. Fuck that.
Yeah, I did roofing, and when I started my construction business, it started out as a roofing business, and then it went from roofing to doing roofing and framing, then roofing, framing, and drywall, and then I started learning plumbing and started learning electric, and it wasn't until I moved to Texas when I started learning heating and air conditioning. And at that point, I already had an all in one construction company. We built houses from the ground up, pouring concrete slabs,
Yeah.
uh, framing up houses, doing the drywall, siding, plumbing, electric. We did everything except for the heating and air conditioning. Then I learned how to do the heating and air conditioning, and then the amount of money I was making off of heating and air conditioning, I was like, I really don't need the construction business.
That was what I was gonna say. In Texas, heating and air is like a gold mine.
It is during the summertime, but when the off season comes in, and we only have about 4 to 6 weeks of actual winter weather, um,
Right. That's
it
nothing.
doesn't get it doesn't get extremely cold for a long period of time out here, and it doesn't happen all at once. We'll get like 3 to 5 days that it'll be really cold, and then it'll
What do
be in
you
the
consider
60s or
really cold?
70s. And then a couple weeks later it'll get back down to where it's in the 30s or 40s, and then we have one really hard week. It gets down, I think it got down with the wind chill, it was like -5 degrees out here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. When I was in Texas, it snowed one time and everybody freaked out. It was like literally a dusting on the ground, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's snowing outside." They were taking pictures. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Dude, it snows like I've seen feet in West Virginia." Yeah, our winters suck, and
The
I
storm
work
of
I work
98.
outside in our winter too, because I do electric, and it's not fun. But I've been accustomed to it. Thank you. Um, but yeah, we do. I've been doing a lot of commercial and residential, but we've been wiring a lot of weed dispensaries because of the big boom over here where we legalized medical weed a few years back. So there's a couple of dispensaries that contracted us out, and we just do those dispensaries. And then we've been doing some like Wingstop restaurants and
Chipotle.
Chipotle. We're about to do Chipotle, and yeah, we do all kinds of weird stuff. But we're doing parking lot for Kroger's. So we were doing all their parking lot poles and stuff and running conduit for that and everything. And got to run the telehandler and play with the big toys. That's the best part about it. But yeah, and I would say though that electric isn't a passion. It's literally a way for me to
You
enjoy.
hate it, bro.
I do. I hate doing my job. I just do
He
it so
hates
that I
it.
can play music.
My nephew that I was talking about, he's 24 years old. He's engaged to get married, and they just had their first kid. And at 24 years old, when he was in high school, he went uh, to vocational school, and he came out of high school with a journeyman. And at 24 years old, he's already a master electrician and getting ready to go for his contractor.
Yeah, he's gonna own his. See, and I, as a human being, don't want that responsibility on me. I don't want to be running my ass off all day, making material lists for multiple jobs and pulling material from the supply house on credit and then having to worry about paying the supply house back and all that shit. Like, that just isn't me as a person. I'd rather you be like, here's the things to do it, go do this job. That's
Yeah.
me. But right now, like my biggest predicament, I would just tour all the time if I had the means to watch my children and take everybody with me.
And pay my bills.
Yeah, and pay my bills. That's really, I don't even have to have extra
And
money, really.
the
Like
way
I was
our
saying with my nephews, both of my sisters have always been single moms. They didn't stay with their kids' dads. They both
Yeah.
have 2 kids. My sister, that's 13 months younger than me, she's got a son and a daughter, and then my youngest sister has 2 sons. And growing up, my nephews, because both of my sisters were single moms. I was always a part of their life, and they've always told me that I was the closest thing to a father figure they ever had. So they were very inspired by the music with me, but they've also been very ambitious to where me being a business owner, they've always wanted to own their own businesses and a trade also.
That's awesome,
Man.
though. I mean, that's just pushing work ethic on them too. Like, I mean, you have in today's day and age, you have to have a good work ethic, and that translates into a band too.
And this generation that like my helper, like his manager, his work ethic is like in his mind. He's like, I'm working easy or smarter, not harder. But it's like I'm picking up his slack, and it's like, where did the work ethic go? Like they just. I mean, it's crazy.
It
like,
started going down with our generation,
Yeah, but
and then it just got worse
but
beyond
we've
us.
always worked hard, bro. It's like
Yeah,
with our
but
band.
yeah,
And then, like, if when we get paid at shows, we don't split the money three ways. We put it in the Two-Face bank, like funds, and we buy our merch with it, re-up, and we bought him that a pedal with it. What is it over here?
it's over there. Yeah,
And wrap it.
yeah. We bought
We
this.
bought this baby. Then we spelled about Alpha Wolf.
The noise
They use
pedal.
it.
Audio, yeah.
So like
You'll see a lot. You'll hear some of that featured on the new album for
And-
sure.
Nice.
and it's cool because like we just revest it back into making our sound better and better equipment, merch, and we haven't made a lot of money, but we've made a few $1,000s just doing little gigs, and it's just like
But it's allowed us to like take
invest in our hobby.
and take our show a step farther, and the more
Harrison's got a massive pedal he's been trying to sell.
I sell it
the
tomorrow.
the
You got a pedal board?
I need a pedal board for all my
Pedal board.
pedals.
Yeah, I've got a
And
Helix.
he's got
I got a
Helix.
Helix LT that I'm selling tomorrow.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna replace it with?
I've got all plugins and stuff because I just play it here anymore.
Oh.
I've got a full studio set up with Studio One Pro and everything. So
That's what we use is
So-
Studio 1.6.
So Harrison, if you would start a band now, what kind of music would you write? Like
metal,
Since-
metalcore and
What-
heavy metal through.
metalcore?
As I Lay Dying, it was like the band
Yeah.
that got me into playing riff. The first album.
If y'all get a chance, y'all should check out some of Harrison's music. He does write music, and he's got stuff on Spotify also.
Shoot me all the
You just
links.
send the links,
Yeah.
yeah, bro. I would love to hear it. Like, just how you're interested in us. Like, I like to know y'all's music background and your taste. Because
Yeah.
like you might have something that like be gold to me. Like, I love
All three
listening.
of us,
Inspire
three-
each other.
all three of us have albums on Spotify, and
Send them all
Harrison
over.
Yeah, please.
also, Harris and I are venturing down another path right now. Both of us are writing our first books right now.
Oh,
Wow.
I saw that. That's what Stranger Fridays are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
kind of checking into that. I was like, oh, snap.
Now, since I asked
Stranger
Harrison that,
Actually,
I
every Friday we do an audio book version of my book. I just finished writing my book, and I'm going through publishing right now.
Yep.
dude, that's awesome.
Yep. I was reading that thread.
Yeah. And just like I asked Harrison, like, what kind of music, since I've never heard it, what kind of music, like, is on y'all's Spotify? Like, what is it? I'm sure it's metal in some way or form, or
Dude, my Spotify list is everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty solid jammers.
You'll get metal, you'll get old school country, you'll get bluegrass on mine, you'll get classical music. It's all over the place.
well, I was talking about like your music that you write.
Oh, these guys. She does Nordic and doom metal kind of
A
stuff.
lot of Nordic.
Okay.
And then
yeah.
the
She's
James
got a
is
lot of the Nordic metal and Nordic doom metal, and
You play a lot of country.
like Nordic dubstep.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
See,
love-
we added those beats to our music because it was different, and we were
Yeah,
trying to get something else out there.
Just the
Exactly.
I
vibe.
do kind of a harder it's not really a real hard, but somewhat hard, moderate rock. Um, but
Kind of Nickelback.
yeah,
But
my
if
music is
people
kind of
say,
all over the place also because I mean I've been writing stuff that is like that, but I've also been writing like a bluegrass hard rock, and then I've been writing some Christian
okay,
rock also.
Harrison too.
Yeah,
please send the link.
Pretty awesome.
I've got a bluegrass metalcore album that's supposed to drop in a couple months. So
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh,
actually,
that's
my
cool.
book Stranger, it started out I was writing some bluegrass hard rock, and I wrote an entire album that told a story. And when I got done with it, I was like, there's so much more that I could tell in this. I actually want to put it into a full length novel. And I started writing a book. And when I actually release the book, I'm releasing the album with it as a package deal.
So, can I ask you about the book? Since it's a novel and everything, was this inspired by your life and things that you encountered in your life as you grew up and got to this point, or was it
No,
just something that
it's
you
a
like
fictional
fabricated in your mind?
it's a fictional story. It is about I've actually taken the story back all the way to 1890 is where it starts. Old
Okay.
man living in Texas, not having any rain or anything, sells his soul to the devil for rain so that he can grow his crops. And when he does it, it actually is sold as a bloodline curse. And when his grandson, when it comes on to him, he finds out that he has a son and decides that he wants to find a way to break the curse so that his son doesn't have to live with the damnation that he's lived with his whole life.
That sounds interesting.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of uh, a dark western thriller,
Supernatural.
supernatural. A
Yeah.
lot of crossroads stuff and a lot of deals with the devil and stuff like that. And
And I
uh,
love that type of environment in a story like that. The Western, like dystopia almost. Like, because I like Fire, like, I don't know if you like Firefly. I love Battlestar Galactic, even though it's like total different, but like,
I'm a sci-fi
it's
guy.
still Western. It's like a Western space. And
yeah,
I love, so I
yeah, I
like
got
Western.
on it, and then Harrison, he got started in on it, and we actually have it. My character showed up in his book, and his character showed up in my book, to where it kind of made a little universe to where we're going to write several more books after we finish these first sets of books, and it's going to be a more in-length story when it's all said and done with.
Hell yeah.
I love your imagination. I love it. The creativity is just,
Yeah, and you can write
It all
music from
started
based
because
off
we
of
were
that.
just fucking around one day, trying to come up with some different music, and I had done a song that was like a bluegrass hard rock, and then Harrison started working on one that was the same way, and it
and then
all
we added
started
one
with
of these bastards in.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
it all started with a song, and it just grew from there into just a whole nother genre of music and opening up into writing books, and
It's
it just
wild.
kinda took
Wow.
off, and
They
it's been an adventure.
they were just so similar, and then hearing like, because I have a Discord too, so we used to just hang out, and then people like take turns practicing like their songs, and J Bone too, and a couple others, and their style that they were working on were so similar, and I'm like, y'all should work together, like you should do it together, and
Yeah.
it's been perfect, it's been great, like it's like a,
And
you
we
know,
have
a full meal. You get a
have as
little bit
many
of
now.
everything.
We used to have Discord nights where we would actually just get on Discord, and a bunch of us guitarists would get on there, and one person would play a song, and we run Songster so that we'd have a backing track and then play along with it. And one person would play a song, and then the next person would play a song, and then the next person would play a song, and we just go around in a circle, everybody just playing a song on guitar and just having a Discord night where we were all just jamming to music.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Then you made that Discord song. It was so perfect. It really was, because
Yeah, I actually
most of
made a
us, like, this is
song
our social.
about our social community on Discord about everybody
Right.
hanging out. How we all started off hanging out in somebody else's Discord that none of us talk to anymore,
Right.
and we
It's
all
wild
became
how the world works.
close enough friends that we're kind of like family now. We've
Yeah,
known each
and
other for a couple of years now, and we've just grown real close with each other.
that's how we are in our band, and that's how we associate people with our band is like, I've got kids, Tyler has kids. It's like if we can't trust these people around our children, why are
Yeah,
they in our band with us? Why are they
in our
associating with us?
lives.
Right, yeah. So we try and stay that way. I mean,
We also started off as friends, and hell, Harrison and Kat, they're a couple now. Kat's getting ready to move out to Illinois to live with them.
Yep.
nice,
Yep.
nice.
Right.
Congrats,
I found a shiny
congrats.
Pokemon.
And I
And
found
you
a
know,
teddy bear.
I'm like, you lucked out. You found the tiny Asian blonde.
Photos are still
And
gonna be
then,
hilarious because I'm over a foot
oh,
taller
they
than her.
are.
the internet's
They
good to you
are.
sometimes.
I'm 5 foot, so I'm gonna look like a midget. They're probably gonna think like I'm his daughter.
Yeah, she's 5 foot, and then Harrison's 6'2" and 400 pounds.
Hey, my girlfriend's like 4 foot.
Oh,
My
yay!
Yeah,
girlfriend's like, she's about that size.
makes me look
Cute.
tall though when I'm not.
and
Yeah, that was
speaking
one
of
of the
your
things
book,
we were talking about at the show because when Northlake actually got on stage, Kyle, the guitarist, his wife and his aunt were in the front row, and me and Harrison, you saw us in person. We're both pretty big guys.
Yeah,
And when the
yeah.
crowd started getting real rambunctious and everything, me and Harrison actually got behind the two girls in the front row so that they wouldn't get hit because we could both take the hit if somebody hit us, but we
Yeah,
didn't want
yeah.
either one of them getting a
Yeah,
hit. So
we had another couple come up next to us, and the chick's like, "I don't want to get hurt." And I looked at her, I was like, "Yeah, you got three fat fucks sitting here. You're safe. Just get in front of us."
yeah, we
There's
had
not
another
a
guy that was with us, just a big guy also, and he's 50, and he actually got in the wall of death right there at the end.
oh yeah, dude, I seen him, bro.
Maybe y'all could be security next time, like bouncers or something.
maybe one day we come to one of y'all's states and play a show. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Be
There's a
awesome.
Hopefully,
lot
we
of
don't know
out here in
we don't know
Texas
what
to
the
play.
future holds, but
And
we're
like,
hopeful.
I wanted to like on your book, like, Coheed and Cambria, like they have comics and their albums go with their comics. Like they tell the story of their comics. So I think that's pretty cool that you're a musician that's writing books. You could write like your own soundtrack to it too. So like
Well, that's what he was saying. He's got he's
Actually,
gonna
for the
release the
first
album
one,
with it.
the
yeah.
book goes along with it, and the book actually there's chapters in the book that songs are based on that chapter, and in the book on that chapter there's actually a QR code that you can scan, and it plays the song for that chapter.
Ooh, that's
Genius.
fucking cool.
Genius.
I like the thought in that. That's cool.
2026, baby.
I know, right?
I plan to have everything finished with. I'm going through the publishing on the book right now, and I still got to go through the distributor and everything for the album, and I'm having it done on vinyl and CD. Uh, and I got to do that, and then I want to do a merch line also, so that when I bundle the book and the album, I can do like a hoodie or a T-shirt or a hat or a keychain or something, so that when somebody buys it, they get a nice little bundle together with it. And I'm hoping by the end of summer I'll have everything done and it'll be released.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's what we're hoping for, the same thing with our album.
I have a album that's actually going to be coming out the middle of next month, June 10th.
Nice.
Called No
See,
Sleep.
no sleep. That's what making an album feels like.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
when you're
He
making
stays,
an
he
album,
stays up a lot.
when you're writing an album, you're writing a book, you're doing a radio station, you got a construction company, a heating and air conditioning company, and you're also a dad. I've slept 3 hours in the past 3 days.
It's
Jeez.
insane.
Yeah.
But you know, like it feels like to me that if I sleep just a couple hours a night, let's say in 2 days I've had like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But if oversleep, I'm more tired.
Yep.
Like the less
Yeah.
sleep I get, the more I'm aware and awake. It's weird, bro.
Yeah, I have a lot of days where I'm up 24 to 48 hours, and then when I do go to sleep, I will sleep for 12 to 16 hours, and then I'll get up and do it all over again.
See, I can't sleep
He's a
past
beast.
4 hours or I feel like I'm gonna get sick.
I need a balance in my life.
I can't sleep over like 4 hours. I wake up and I can't go back to sleep. So
I'm a man
We
of
were
routine.
actually, 2 of the hours of sleep that I got last night, we were on Discord, and I actually fell asleep on Discord.
Yeah, I
And
did.
then I woke up at like 12:30, and I slept from like 10:30 to 12:30, and I've been up since 12:30. I took an hour nap. I was sitting here working on stuff for the radio station because I've been working on web pages and mailing lists and stuff like that. And I was sitting here working on everything and dozed off, and then I woke up an hour later and just went right back to it.
A lot of
Nice.
that time though is where we get inspiration from each other, and we
Yeah.
create like a lot of gold.
Yeah, Kat and I have stayed up until 10 o'clock in the morning working on just one song, trying to get everything figured out for it. And
Rapu, that was the first one.
yep, yeah, she released that one on her album just a couple weeks ago. It came out,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm listed on that one. When I pull up my Spotify for artist, that song comes up on my Spotify because I'm listed on that song. And then
It was
Harris,
so fun.
him and I worked on the lyrics together, and he's got me on that one
Yeah. Heartbreak and betrayal.
because we wrote all the lyrics together.
Yeah, we have a buddy of ours. His name's Heath. He was in mine and Remy's band when we were younger, and he's that chemistry. Like if we got another guitar player, that would be who it would be. But he's
You
a
can't.
chemist. He's a chemist, and he's got a job, and he lives 3 hours away from us. So it doesn't work out. But we're like, hey, you can still be a part of this band if you want to. Just like, how do you feel about writing? Just write riffs and throw them in the computer. If you want us to use them in the band, we'll use them. And it's like you never left the band ever, and you're still a part
Yeah.
of it. And he's like, that's awesome. And so on the new album,
he's like a ghostwriter.
for a song called Gold Plated Chomper Stomper.
I like
And
the title.
yeah, that'll be, we personally as a band call that the Heath song, because we wrote it about him because we love him.
But it's very vague.
Yeah, we want you to take what you want from it, but for us personally, it's about him being an awesome guitar player
And then leaving us.
and then leaving us to go follow his career and life happens,
Yeah.
Life be life, and
Yeah, but
Life will be life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But he was here yesterday. He came in yesterday and visited us while we were tracking for the new album, and he hung out with us and was checking in on progress and stuff. So we're still friends. We're hanging out all the time when he comes in, and it's working. Like it's cool because we call it the Two Face fam, the 2F fam.
2F.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
everybody in our circles, we want to feel like family. So we want it to be a family. So
most important thing.
yeah.
Cause like I can call Drew my best friend, but he's not. He's my brother. Like straight up.
Right.
Like you know, it's just one of those things. It's like I'm like I say I'm like the stepdad, like because I help a lot take care of his kids at practice. Like I had to make up a lie. I was like, because we went through a phase where his youngest daughter Lily, she would come up and clamp on his leg, and then practice would be over. And so like now, like I made up a lie. I was like, it was not really a lie, but Tyler was like, we can't really practice, and it's like, so I was like, when Dad will get fired. I was like, you don't want him to get fired, do you? She's like, no. I was like, and he can't buy you all this awesome stuff. She's like, and like they're so good now. Like they let us practice. They'll come up here and jam with us, and it's really wholesome. Like to see, like my brother with these kids, like, and they let us practice, and they know the words to our song, and
Yeah, at
he
the
picks
end
up.
of Checkmate, actually, my daughter, Remy and my daughter are talking, and he's like, "Give me a yo," and she's like, "I can't. It'll hurt my throat." And he's like, "Oh, that's
Oh,
understandable."
Yeah,
It actually plays during our live set too. I don't know if you guys caught that, but
yeah. But
after
it's
we,
like, give me a yo, yo, yo. And she's like, I can't. That will hurt my flow. And I'm like, well, that's understandable.
my
You know,
4-year-old's a little screamo. She does like a bunch of stuff. Ooh, I'm just like, right on.
yeah, keep them doing it.
And then our friend Mandy, she's got her taught to say, "You do you, boo." So I'm gonna put it in one of my songs on my next album. Super cute. Ooh, that echo is crazy.
Yeah, James. Earth to James, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to close this. I had pulled up Twitch for a second to look at it because I hadn't looked at it yet. And when I
Are we
did, I
still live?
couldn't find the
Yeah,
volume
we're
button
still
on it,
live.
so I was trying to get it to close.
You're live.
Well, guys, it is 9:40 here now, so
So what, 11
it's probably
o'clock our
after
time?
10 o'clock there.
Yeah, it's 10:40.
Yeah,
Same.
we're gonna go on ahead and we're gonna wrap things up. It's been great having you guys on the show.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
I've got my
Thank you.
auto DJ lined up, and the first song up on the auto DJ right now is actually 2F. So
I love
we're
playing
gonna
that.
be,
I love playing that song.
we're gonna be closing the song out with our closing song, and then 2F will be taking over after that. But it has been really great having you guys on the show. And like I said, we'd love to have you guys back, especially with y'all having the album coming out and everything. Uh, if y'all want to do a release of one of the songs on it when it comes out, we'd love to have y'all back on the show again and release one of y'all's songs for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would be more than happy to do that. That's
And when we get an actual date, we'll
Yeah.
reach it. We'll let you know. So like, because we don't want to put a date. Like we know it's going to be late summer, but we don't want to have a deadline per se.
Right.
and I have to manifest this in my life that anybody that hears this, I need them to know that I want to play on a cruise ship one day. If they need support on a cruise ship, I'm trying to stay
We
somewhere.
got you.
That's a
We'll do it
goal for
cheap.
me. A life goal is to play a cruise ship before I die.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It was great getting to know y'all, and thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, thank you so
You
much.
too.
We
And
appreciate
we've
it.
got y'all on social media. We've also got y'all on Discord. Y'all keep in touch. We'll keep in touch with y'all. We'll drop some of our music into Discord for y'all if y'all want to check some of our stuff out also.
We do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And y'all know about the Stranger Fridays. If y'all want to pop in while we're doing Stranger Fridays, we're live on Fridays and Saturday nights, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. The rest of the time, the radio station right now is on a 24-hour 7 loop. We've got 4 hours worth of music that plays, so you never hear the same song inside a 4-hour period twice.
Nice.
Yeah, so
And it's only growing.
we've got some upcoming interviews too. They're a little different. We've got interviews with people about addiction and stuff coming up too. So
Yeah,
Mental
we've
health.
got May 13th.
Yep.
We've got a woman, she's coming on to talk about addiction and stuff because she is a recovered addict and she struggled with it for a while. So she's going to be talking about it. And then next month we have a gentleman coming on for men's mental health awareness. That's the kind of work that he does, and he's going to be coming in June and doing a segment with us on men's mental health.
Yep. He's a peer
Excellent.
counselor for addiction and mental health for West Kentucky Health.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for those.
And you got a little drizzle of like some addiction, like recovering addicts, doing what they love, tonight.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
Wait,
even one of our best friends, I won't share his name, but he was in it with us. He was in it, and now he's a recovery coach, and we're super proud of him.
yeah,
Right on.
I mean, be super
Yeah,
proud of yourselves too. You guys went from addiction and now you're playing shows for people, bringing inspiration to them.
I
yeah,
own cars and shit.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird,
We
bro.
own things now.
Amen.
You
Yeah.
guys,
I own cars.
That's like the biggest takeaway from all this. I like have things. I like
Well,
have a TV and a
Yeah,
couch.
I can buy
A
stuff.
family.
Yeah,
Like I'm getting ready to buy a street bike, and it's like I can't help it.
that's funny. I'm gonna laugh. This is gonna be funny. It's,
Every once in a while, because you think after that car wreck, I would like. I love going fast still. I'm like Ricky Bobby, baby.
First through left.
I'm going fast.
but yeah, we'll keep in touch. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. And you guys have a wonderful night. And thanks for coming all the way out to Ohio to see us.
no problem.
Pleasure
guys.
hanging out with y'all.
It was worth the trip.
Yeah, so much.
It's the bands that are making the music that is making this possible. It's also the fans out there, everybody that's listening in. If it wasn't for the bands and it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be able to do this. And we're doing this. Like I said, our whole radio station is all unsigned bands. We're doing this because we want to get y'all's music out there and heard more. Because I mean, the local music scene, the unsigned scene, there's so much good music out there that just doesn't get the credit that it deserves.
I agree. And I don't mean that just for
There's
us.
so
I
many
mean,
bands out there that are big that are getting credit they really don't need. Because
that's
I mean, I've
true
heard some
too.
of that music that I've heard better things come out of a cat's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
Our
But
goal
no,
is
it was
Spotify.
great having y'all on here. Y'all have
Or
an amazing story, and it's a very inspirational story. And it's been a pleasure having y'all on here tonight.
Thank you.
definitely badass.
And on a note, she said Nickelback earlier. If people say they don't like Nickelback or Creed, they're lying because I used to be
Right.
one of them. But I fuck with them both and just accept it.
Exactly. Audio Slave. All those. Those are good.
Obviously. But yeah, y'all have a wonderful night.
Have a good one,
Yeah.
guys.
You too.
Y'all too.
Yeah, it's been great having y'all on here, and y'all have a great rest of y'all's night. And let us know when y'all have things coming up. We've
Going to
been here with
Applebee's!
Two Face and Harrison and Kat as usual. It has been great. Y'all have a great night, and I hope y'all tune in again.
Thank you.